Welcome everybody to the webinar today. My name is Russell Brunson. I'm so excited to have you guys all here. We just got everything queued up and launched, and I think we are ready to rock and roll. So welcome everybody to the web class today. I am so excited for this. This is a topic that I have never really publicly talked about before. And I've got two of my special guests here I'll introduce in a little bit. They're here. We've been spending the entire week working on this presentation. In fact, the last two nights in a row, last night and tonight, both nights we were here till after 2 o'clock working on these slides. Because we have so many cool things we want to share with you. In fact, I found a whole bunch of like the original wireframe mockups of ClickFunnels. I found a whole bunch of other really cool things, and I'm just pumped and excited to share all this cool stuff with you guys today. So that's kind of the game plan. So while we were getting started, while everyone's logging on, we got tons of you guys on. We had over 7,500 people registered for this web class. So there's a lot of you guys here. We're also streaming on Facebook Live and a couple other places. Hopefully you guys are all able to hear me and you can hear my voice. If so, please comment in the comment box. Say, yes, Russell, we can hear you. I just want to make sure that that I am live. It sounds like everyone can hear us, which is awesome. So, okay, well, we're going to jump right in. So my last kind of caveat before I kick this thing off is I would highly recommend that you guys, during the next 90 minutes or so, to block off everything else you're doing. I, as you probably know, talk kind of fast, especially when I get excited, and I'm insanely excited right now. So I'm going to be talking fast. I'm going to make sure you don't miss anything. So make sure you have a pad of paper out. Shut down Skype or Facebook Messenger or Tinder for some of you guys, who knows, whatever you guys have in front of you, like, let's just focus, because we're going to basically be showing you guys behind the scene how we were able to build our software company. And then two of my guests here who happen to be in the Inc. 500, they have like the number, was it 19th or 12th fastest growing software, the 12th fastest growing software company in the world last year, and a bunch of other stuff. And we're gonna be showing you guys everything and kind of opening up the doors and showing you guys behind the scenes what we did, how we did it. It's gonna be so much fun. So I am insanely excited. So with that said, I'm going to jump right into our title slide here. So the title of this presentation is obviously Software Secrets, and we're going to be covering how to create and launch your own software or app in the next 90 days, even if you have no idea how to create or what to create, how to code, or where to start. So how many of you guys right now are watching this and you're like, I've had an idea for Russell in the past for like software or for an app or something, but again, first off, I don't really know how to code. I'm not a coder. I don't know where to start. Aren't those things really expensive? Like, I'm not techie, and you've had those fears or those thoughts. If that's you, if you ever had that, please comment in the box and be like, yes, Russell, like, I would love to have software, but I have no idea what to do or what to create or anything. All right, cool. We got a bunch of you guys. Okay. So some of you guys say you do have ideas. So what's cool about this is if you have an idea, we're going to show you guys how to execute it. If you don't have an idea, I'm also going to show you guys exactly how and where we get our ideas. So that way you know what to do, where to start, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So to begin with, you guys see this picture here? This right here, I can't believe I found this last night. I was going through Facebook pictures from like 4 years ago, and this is actually a picture in our old office. And on the right-hand side, that's Todd Dickerson. He's my co-founder in ClickFunnels. On the left-hand side is Dylan Jones, who is one of our original co-founders. And this is us sketching on the whiteboard the framework for ClickFunnels. And I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but if you are a ClickFunnels member, which hopefully you are, does that look familiar? There's the funnel on the left-hand side there that Dylan's mocking out. On the right-hand side is where all the stats are. But this is like the night that we were like giving birth to ClickFunnels. If you followed our story at all, we went from 0 to over 50,000 members in the last 3 years, and it's been an amazing ride. But it all began like that night when we started sketching it out, and it's so cool to find that. And what's cool about this is that for some of you guys, tonight might be the night that you have this experience as well. My guess is we're gonna give you so many ideas, you're gonna be freaking out, and you're gonna be going, and tonight you're gonna be whiteboarding things out and sketching them out. And that they cherish those moments, especially the first, because sometimes they're scary and lonely, you don't know what to do, and there's fear. Like, we had the same thing. Like, we were scared to death. Like, this is a time in our company we didn't have a lot of cash flow coming in, and it was a scary time, but we knew we wanted to create this thing, and it all began that night. And from there, it's completely radically shifted and transformed my life. And today and tonight could be that same thing for you. So just want to kind of put it out there because it was so cool to actually find that. So really quick, for those who don't know who I am, I'm going to just give you a really quick intro. So my name is Russell Brunson. I'm one of the co-founders of ClickFunnels. And a couple things. In my last decade or so that I've been doing this game, I've done a lot of different businesses. I sold potato gun plants, some of you guys know, which was my most profitable business. Just kidding, it wasn't that big a deal. But I started potato guns. After I went to info products, I've sold things from weight loss to couponing to speed reading to baby sign language and more. I've also written my own products, my own books, my own info products. A lot of you guys have read my books, things like that. I also run the largest mastermind in the internet marketing industry with the most success stories. This is our super high ticket program. It's $25,000 a year to be part part of it. So I've done everything from info products to coaching to masterminds, and I've done all sorts of different types of business models, and there's pros and cons of all of them. In fact, what's interesting is a couple years ago, like I wanted more recurring income in my life. And so what I started focusing on was actually we launched a supplement company. Some of you guys know that. And so we launched a supplement company because I wanted recurring income. And at first it was kind of cool because we started getting people on recurring income and it was awesome. But the problems we had with the supplement business, honestly, if I'm completely honest with you, is like there was all sorts of like inventory management stuff. Like we would make a bunch of money, but they had to go buy more inventory for the next thing. And then there's all those headaches back and forth. And I'm not really like I'm not good at those kind of things. And it was a good business that made a lot of cash flow, but like there was never a ton of profit from it because all the profit went back into more product orders. And it was just this really big cycle. And so while we had recurring income because of the inventory and the shipping and the hard costs and all those kind of things, it just never was like what we wanted, what we dreamt of. And so that was kind of our supplement company. Now, my favorite business model of all time, as you probably know, is software. And this has been the best thing for me because it's been something that's like infinitely scalable. It doesn't take me like printing products or shipping them or all. It just, you create it and then it's done. It's magic. And so we've created a lot of software companies. Our biggest ones there, you see ClickFunnels, Backpack, and ActionX, which are part of the ClickFunnels suite. We have Funnel Scripts. These are a bunch of other ones we're in production and creating right now. So like, I love software. I'm obsessed with it. Of every business I've ever done, and I think I've done pretty much every business model that I know of online, from network marketing to Amazon to info products, physical products, to everything. By far, the number one business model that I love the most of everything, the one that's been the most profitable, the most fun, and the most rewarding has been software. Okay, so that's kind of my story and why I'm so excited to share all these software secrets with you guys today. Now, I've got two of my guests here today, some of my friends. I got Garrett Pearson and Scott Brandley. So how are you guys doing today, by the way?
Awesome.
So excited to be here.
So these guys, I'm gonna tell some of their story. I'll let them jump in as well. But it was funny when they first got here on Monday. They were like, "Yeah, we created over 20 different software companies," and then they started doing the math. And then what was the grand total? What ended up being?
Like 33, I think.
So it's actually 30. Yeah. So they've created a lot of software companies in the few years that I've known them. And one of their companies was actually on the Inc. 500. It was the 12th fastest growing software company in the world. And what's crazy about this is what's insane. They've never run a Facebook ad before. Have you guys run Google ads?
Maybe once or twice.
Like, it all comes from like the way they grow their software companies is completely foreign to me, and it's like something that I learned from them, and we'll talk a little about that growing on. But they are, again, one of the 12th fastest growing software companies in America. They've created over 30 products. This is some of them. Some of you guys have probably heard or seen some of them. They got TrustGuard, Shopper Approved, Rhino Support. Like, these are a bunch of different things they've done. But I want them to tell you their story because they were similar to me. Like, they kind of started not in software initially. They started more in e-commerce. You guys want to tell kind of the issues and the problems and your experience with e-com side of the business?
Sure. So when I started way back in the 90s, which is forever ago, but we started selling physical products, t-shirts, watches, things like that. And we just got slammed with inventory, customer fulfillment, shipping, all that stuff that goes along with physical products. And it was just so hard to just make money.
Yeah, and then I started mine a little not in the 90s, but when Bluetooth when Bluetooth headsets were really popular, you can see the screenshot here, My Blue Gadgets. I still remember my dad gave me money to buy the design for this. And so then cool. We started selling, Bluetooth headsets and other products like that. But the problem was the margins were super low. You either had to drop ship stuff or you had to have inventory. And it was just a pain in the butt. And so we wanted recurring revenue. Like, we wanted it so bad, we wanted to get rid of these businesses. And so eventually we sold them, right?
Yeah.
Scott sold the apparel business for a good amount of money. I sold mine. And that's when we fell in love and found software.
Best about software, there's a lot of good things. But one is you don't have to ship stuff. And you don't have to I can't imagine the margins on a t-shirt or blue, that's not that good. And then someone's gonna come back and buy it again and again, as opposed to software you do once. And anyway, we'll get into that. But software is amazing. So a couple other things. So this is some of their story. I'm gonna tell part of it because I want to make fun of them if you guys are okay with that. Yeah. So right after they sold the software companies, they launched their very first software company, and this is Scott and his dad, Dave, who created this one. It's called TrustGuard. And some of you guys have seen this. We use TrustGuard on most of our sites. So if you've ever seen our little trust sales, we use them all the time. And this is their first software company that launched in 2006. And it blew up pretty quick for you guys, didn't it?
Yeah, it's still going. It's great.
Yeah, so it's been paying them monthly residual income since 2006. So I don't know how many businesses do that where you sign someone up and they keep paying you for 10 years, but it did, and it has, and it's amazing. So they created this software in 2006, and then shortly afterwards, this is Garrett, he saw that site, he was like, ooh, that is a good idea. So he funnel hacked their site. I put funnel hacked in quotation marks because I think it was more of like just straight out. Anyway, he funnel hacked it, and so they were, if you know TrustGuard, they have trust seals, right? So Garrett's like, ooh, I want to be in this business. So he launched his own trust seal called the eShop Safe. And then it was funny is that Scott saw these and got angry and messaged Garrett, and they got in a little feud over it. And Garrett almost got sued, but luckily they didn't. And then they became best friends. And since then, they launched over 20 and actually now 32 software products together, including this one that got them on the Inc. 500 list. Have you guys made up over that yet?
It's still a sore subject.
Depends on the day.
I still remember getting the call and being like, "Hey, you guys, you're copying us, and we're gonna take legal action." And I'm like, it's funny to see now that we're like best friends and have started all these companies together.
That's how good friendships begin, right?
I remember my dad told me we were going to go meet with them, and I'm like, no way, I don't want to have anything to do with them. And then we met at Olive Garden, and I'm like, okay, he's pretty cool.
Olive Garden, the peace offering happened there. So that's the backstory in their rocky relationship, but it's turned out amazing. Like I said, they have since then gone on to create tons and tons of software. Now, the cool thing is that Garrett and Scott, they also contribute the same charity I do with World Teacher Aid. And so a few years before we launched ClickFunnels, I actually had a chance to spend a week with these guys in Kenya. We did safaris, we hung out with kids, we built schools, and we had a chance to jump with the Maasai warrior. So this is a picture of me jumping. Look at my vertical, those people look like they're midgets, but they're actually as tall as me, but I jumped so high. So I don't know, but like I got hops.
Yeah,
anyway,
let's see Scott.
So there's
Scott's,
his right there.
He's a little bit lower.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look at I'm
They're
closer to the top of the picture.
That is true. Dang it. And then there's this one right here, and he's got the highest vertical of all. So while we're in Kenya, in the Masai Mara, hanging out, we have these long Jeep rides, where we're chasing lions and lions and cheetahs and rhinos and all sorts of stuff. And so like the first like 15 minutes of a safari, you're scared to death. You're like, these lions are going to eat. Like you're like 5 seconds away from the lion. You're like, this guy could kill us. But then like an hour in, you're kind of like, there's another zebra. Yeah. There's not, And so for the next 3 days, we just had time to talk. And what was cool is that I had little software products that happened at the time, but these guys had 2 or 3 companies at the time that were doing really, really well. And we just talked about software. And I remember coming back from this trip and just like being anxious, like, God, like I just want. Like, I want that. Like, I want software where, like, I don't have to stress out about where is my customer coming from next week and next month, and just knowing that I can wake up every morning. And I don't know about you with ClickFunnels now. Like, we use Stripe for all of our payments. Every morning I get a text from Stripe, and I see that number coming in. I'm like, that happened the first thing in the morning before I even started working. And it's so, like, comforting and so much security. Like, that came in again every single day, and it's just the coolest feeling in the world. So about a year ago, Scott and Garrett came to Boise, and I found this picture of him, and it has nothing to do with anything, but I love the hat, so there you go. And they came to me like, hey, Russell, we wrote a book. It's called Software Secrets. And I was like, oh, I've got like a bunch of secrets books. They're like, I know, we want you to write the forward for it. And so I read the book, and I was like, dang, this is actually pretty good. And the interesting thing is that it was a year ago, almost to the day, at my house, and we had this conversation, and they gave me the book, and I'm reading through it, and we're kind of talking it. And then I told them, I was like, this is how we built ClickFunnels. And I showed my process, and they were like, dude, that's the exact same process that we use to launch all of our companies. And we started flipping the book, and like it was almost identical. And I was like, okay, this is like 100% in alignment with how we did it. Like, I'm totally in. So I wrote the forward for the book. But then I was like, the problem with it is like, people can get a book, but they're not going to do a lot with it. Like we need something sexier and bigger and more exciting. So I sent them on a project. I said, you got to turn this book into software, or else no one's going to care about your software. And they're like, what? How are you going to make software out how to build software? I'm like, I don't know, but you guys got to figure it out. So from there, they drove to Krispy Kreme's, and they mapped out this little doodle right here. In fact, we ate Krispy Kreme's this morning to celebrate.
Yeah,
that.
we did.
That's right.
So they're Krispy Kreme's. They doodled this. And then from there, they drove back. They live in Salt Lake. They drove back to Salt Lake, and they started sketching it out. They started wireframing it out. They hired designers. They got everything in place, and they built a new software product called Software Funnels, which we're going to actually demo and show you guys here in a minute. And it's literally, it's software that helps you build software. Like anyway, it's insanely cool. And so I had them actually, 4 or 5 months ago. I had them come back to Boise, and I said, present this to my inner circle. I want to see if these guys are excited. So they went and they presented this concept, the idea, the software to inner circle, and you can see a bunch of these guys here, and they started freaking out. And so since then, many of the people in the inner circle have already used this tool and the book and the process to create their own software. And most of them either they're done or they're like almost done about to launch their software. I think like it was like third of all the Inner Circle members signed up instantly on the spot, and all of them now are like trying to get in. It's been, the beta's been closed down for a while, and it's been insane watching all the stuff. In fact, I don't want you to take my word for it. This is Annie, who's in the Inner Circle, who went through the program initially, and this is a really quick, like 2-minute video of her telling her story and her experience going through the product and launching her first software company. And when you guys hear the numbers, it's insane. Her goal was to get, you know, a dozen members or so in her new software. But I want you guys to hear what happened after she launched her brand new software after she went through this process.
I've had a software idea for almost 2 years since I wrote my book, and I've been thrilled about it because I'm so excited. I think my idea can actually change the world. And it's something that is basically a 30-day alcohol experiment. You go through an entire web-based software for 30 days. It's a community, it has accountability. But the problem was that I've never written a line of code. And so although I had this amazing idea, I had no idea how to implement it. So it's sitting there in the back of my mind, it's burning a hole. I want to bring this in, you know, app format, Android, on your iPhone. I want to give this out. I want to make it happen. And I can't do it because I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I was really fortunate because I got to meet Garrett and Scott at a digital marketing conference. First time I met them, I just went all in. I was like, all right, I want the book, I want the course, I want to sign up for the software. And it has changed my life because you have to understand this. I've been working in corporate marketing for years and years and years. And usually when I'm looking at developing something, a web-based development, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, years of development. The market probably has shifted by the time we get done. Tons of people involved. I remember reading a specification document for a website that was this thick. And so this idea was so intimidating to me. And when I went all in, I remember listening to their audiobook, and it shifted everything for me. They have this roadmap. They made it almost stupid simple to create software. The crazy part is that I met Garrett and Scott back in, it was almost 3 months ago. And in 3 months, I have developed this software, launched it. I expected to launch a beta test to work the bugs out because there's always bugs. And I hope to get 25, 50 people in it. The day I launched, 2,500 people showed up, broke my server 4 times, which I'm told is a really good problem to have. But my hunch was right, like the product can actually change the world. And Garrett and Scott have given me the tools to get there because they just map it out and they overcame all of my concerns. And not only was it just a step-by-step process, but also the mindset shift of this does not have to be any harder than you're making it. You, Annie, who does not know how to write a line of code and often can't log into, my own accounts, can make a software project and can make a platform that actually is reaching people. It's been a phenomenal experience and it's changed my life, changed my business, and it's changing thousands of people's lives already. Can't wait to see what it does next.
All right, that is pumped up for your software ideas. Like that happened in the last 3 months, which is insane. And so this is not something that takes a ton of time or a ton of energy. Like it can happen really, really quick for you as well. And we're gonna show you how to do it. So if you've ever wanted to create or sell your own software, then now is the time. Today is your day. And we're gonna show you guys exactly how to do that. So I am excited. All right, so 3 things we're gonna cover today. Secret number 1, I'm gonna show you guys how we turn $20 and a simple idea into a software company that's now worth millions. And then how you can use the exact same process to launch or to grow any company that you want as well. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 here, I'm gonna show you that if you can doodle on a whiteboard, how many of you guys can doodle on a whiteboard? If you've got doodling skills, then you literally have all of the tech skills that you need to own your very own software company. And secret number 3, Einstein was wrong. I'm gonna prove today, live in front of everyone, that Einstein was a moron, he was wrong, and that the 8th wonder of the world is actually this, ... I will show you guys here in a minute. But I literally am gonna prove Einstein wrong, I hope. So let me know afterwards if I do it. So it's gonna be fun. So let's jump right in. So secret number 1, how to turn $20 and simple idea into a software company that's now worth millions, and how you can use the exact same process to launch or grow any company. So this is my journey. Now, I wanna state this really quick, because some of you guys are watching this already and you're like, dude, Russell, there's no way I'm gonna launch a ClickFunnels tomorrow. And I get that. And I don't want you thinking like, oh my gosh, how do I create something that's gonna be big? I want 50,000 members. Like, don't even think that way. Like, you are not going to launch your own ClickFunnels tomorrow, okay? I promise you that. Or your version of whatever that is inside of your business or your industry. So don't stress out. In fact, I want to show you guys my journey, because it's actually, yesterday as I was going through these slides, it's really humbling to see, like, it didn't just like pop out ClickFunnels. A lot of people think like, oh, you had this idea for ClickFunnels, now you're super successful. It's like, no, I spent a lot of time before then. And so I'm going to take you guys on some of this journey, which is kind of fun. So this is how it all started. I had my very first software idea about 14, almost 14 and a half years ago. And it was for a product that became called ZipBrander. And at the time, I was like, this is the most genius idea in the history of the world. I thought it would change the world. I was going to be the richest person in the world. And I remember I actually went to my university and I changed my major from I was going to be a wrestling coach to computer information systems because I wanted to learn how to code this tool. I thought this would make me a multi-bajillionaire, right? So I changed my major, started my software classes. Day one, I was like, cool, I understand what they're talking about. Day two, I was like, okay, this is a little confusing, but I can keep up. In day three, I was lost. And I was like, crap, I am screwed. I don't know what to do. But I was like, this idea like needs to come to fruition. It makes me laugh now because it's like really a bad idea. But it was like the best idea I had at the time, right? And so I actually went to Google time. I typed in hire a programmer and all these like companies came up. So I took the idea. I went to a company and I asked them to create it. And the guy told me, he came back and said, it'll cost us about $5,000 to create that. And for me, I was like, $5,000? Like, dude, like I'm literally never had a job in my entire life. I'm wrestling full time. My wife's making $9.50 an hour. Like it's not possible. And my dreams like shattered. And I was like, hey, I guess I got to figure out this school thing. And after like another 2 or 3 days in school, I'm like, crap, there's got to be another way. And about that time, I found out the site where you could go and you could post projects. And I posted projects, and all these people from around the world started bidding on the projects. And remember, the first guy was like $3,500. I'm like, whoa, I got a huge discount. Next guy was like, I'll do it for $2,000. I'm like, what? And then someone came back and was like, I'll do it for $800, $200, and got all the way down to one dude named Cyprian who lives in Romania. He said, I'll do it for $20. And I was like, dude, I got $20. And so I like PayPal'd him $20. And then that night, he worked on it. Next morning, he sent me a file, and I opened it up, and it was done. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? And I felt so guilty. I actually sent him another $100 as a bonus. So I paid him $120 total. And that was my very first software. And I launched it. And it didn't get instant. It didn't blow up like I thought it was overnight. But it started making some sales here and there. And eventually, that point, I was making a couple $1,000s a month. And it was like awesome. And it was the foundation how I started. And people started buying this product. And I started getting customers. And then I had the next idea. I was like, the next idea. It's a product. And it's going to be called Forum Fortunes. Some of you guys who've been around for a long time remember. Do you guys remember? You probably remember.
Yeah.
This is Forum Fortunes. I'm like, this is it. This will make me a billionaire. So I created this whole thing. I hired programmers, got it all done, and I launched it. I still remember the first day I launched it because I had some customers who bought ZipBrander. First day I launched it, I made $1,000. Because remember, I wrote the program. I said, dude, I just had my first $1,000 day. And he was like, what? He was freaking out. He's like, you only paid me like $80 for this thing. I'm like, I know, thank you. And it was and that was my next product. And it didn't make me a millionaire, but I sold more copies. My customer list started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I had the next idea. And it was for a thing called Article Spider. And I made Article Spider, put it out there, launched it day one, $1,700. And this thing started growing and started growing. And after that, I started creating software after software after software. And here's just, this is like 1/10 of the ones I was able to find last night. We had Easy and Fire, Linkbrander, we had Original, all these were different software companies. This was an app company we launched. And like thing after thing after thing, and everyone got bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how we started growing the company. In fact, check this out. I found these yesterday, and you can ask everyone in the office. I started jumping around crazy. So some of you guys know one of the co-founders of ClickFunnels. His name is Dylan Jones. And Dylan was the one who did the initial editor. He did the initial UI of ClickFunnels. And that was, 3.5 years ago. But in 2015, when I first met Dylan Jones, I hired him to build a site called click.com.com, which, by the way, never came to fruition. So it's, but I hired him because I wanted to create something. I didn't call it ClickFunnels back then. We call it click.com.com. And I just found all of the original mock-ups of the original one from 2015. So this is what the landing page looked like. And what's cool, if you look at the bottom, they had a selling system, had autoresponder, affiliate tools, website. Like, it was ClickFunnels. And they showed all the internal ones. Like, this is the payment page, which is funny because back then, One Shopping Cart was the big shopping cart company, and Infusionsoft was number 2. So like, even back then, I was like, we're going to go after Confusionsoft even then. So it's kind of funny, 12 years ago. Then this is like the dashboard. You come in here, you got the, and then here was like set up your products, your follow-ups, and we called them sales flows back in 2015. It wasn't a sales funnel. So here's your sales flow, and then look at this on the right-hand side: squeeze page, sales page, order. Like, there was a sales. That was the initial ClickFunnels. Like, isn't that crazy? So there was the ClickFunnels board. This is the autoresponders. And then we had it set up just like ActionX: email, voice message, text message, direct email, postcards. Like, everything that is in ClickFunnels now. Like, we dreamt this in 2015. He mocked the whole thing up for me. We had broadcasts. Like, it was crazy because it was like I had this idea back then. I just didn't know how to execute on it. And it took us, fast forward, 9 years before we were able to actually launch it as ClickFunnels. But we had the idea a long time ago. So I had tried to create this as well, but it didn't happen back then. It took me time and energy to figure it out. So don't think that you have to launch your own ClickFunnels tomorrow. just realize like it's this stepping stones. Like what's the first idea, and then that will steamroll into the next one. The next one, that's how you start growing, and it's so much fun. And you start getting to know developers. Like we were talking yesterday, like during this process, I had friends in India, Romania, the Philippines, Ukraine. Like all these people today are lifelong friends that I hired for projects back then to build all these amazing things for me. And it's just so cool to remember back and just kind of see those things. Okay. Now I want to go over 3 reasons why it's like creating software is like the most important business. And it doesn't matter where you are in your business right now. Software is what you need to do next. I saw in a Facebook group, some people were like, oh, well, I don't want to go on the webinar yet because like I'm still trying to figure out my product and they're like, I was like, look, like this is the ultimate product. Like it doesn't matter where you are right now. Like this is the next thing you need to do is add software to your offerings. Okay. I promise there's nothing that'll increase how much value it is in what you're selling than adding software. And we'll get into that. So a couple things we're gonna cover. First, if you're a new startup, this is the best business to start. Okay. Any of my friends are like, well, I don't know what to do. What business should I start? I'm like, dude, start a software company. Okay, use the expert secret stuff, wrap that around a software company. That's the fastest way to get started. Existing businesses, this will instantly add a recurring income stream to you. And then if you want to charge more, this will increase the perceived value of anything that you're selling. So let me walk you guys through that. So number 1, let's say you're a new startup and you're like, I don't know what to do or what to sell. Like this is the best business to start. Okay. And the cool thing is there's software companies in every market, everything you can dream of, like they're everywhere. Okay. For example, this is one, this is, actually, I forgot the bullet points. Let's cover this first. So these are some of the reasons why software is like the best business to start as like a beginning business. You guys want to cover some of these?
Yeah, like we call it selling air. Like there's unlimited stock. You don't have to have inventory. You build it once, then you can sell it unlimited quantities of it. Like selling air.
Over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, so there's no physical limitations. So you don't have to worry, like with physical products, you don't have to worry about keeping inventory, ordering from the manufacturer. You don't have to warehouse it and have all those costs. You don't have to ship it, have returns, like all those nightmares. That doesn't exist with software.
So awesome.
And the coolest thing, because
I love this.
Because you're selling air basically, you get to make 100% of every sale. Like there's no middleman, there's no drop shipping, there's no
the guy in China, and then the dude on the boat who brings it from China over to here, and then the guy gets from there to there. Yeah, like,
yeah. But Russell, like you've done drop shipping and things like that, and you've had to buy wholesale. You got to give half your profits or more away and you do all the work.
It's crazy. I want to be the wholesaler in the middle. Anyway, yes. And the last thing, this is the best. You charge recurring billing, and this is the secret to true wealth. This is how we're going to prove Einstein wrong in a few minutes here. But
this is our favorite thing.
It's insane.
Chapter 1 in the book.
So cool. All right, so with that, here's some examples of startups to get the wheels in your head spinning. Okay, some of you guys are like, I don't know what to do. So here it is. Let's get the wheels in your head spinning. Number 1, this is Neil Patel. He's one of my buddies. He was like, I want to create some software companies. The first thing is like, he has this thing called Crazy Egg. It's heat mapping software. Okay, you could literally get this built for under $1,000, and he's built a hugely successful company off of heat mapping software. Then he had another idea. Let's do metrics and analytics, and he launched Kissmetric, another software company. He's like, what else can I do? QuickSprout. Let's help people with their website traffic. So like one software rolls to the next and rolls to the next, and you watch as Neil's company continues to grow as he rolls out company after company on top of his existing customers. Okay, but it's not just in like the how to make money markets. Like it works in any market. Like this is one that Lindsay over here showed us. This is an app that helps you to track your periods and your cycles, which I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is, and there's software for that, and you can charge monthly to do something like that. Okay, this is like registry. This is software that helps you to clear off the registry stuff on your PCs. This is one that's dream software, how to interpret your dreams. So imagine you pay someone monthly, they have a dream, to log in your software, they're like, I saw a bird, and you're like, the software pops out like, oh, that means that you are scared of cats, or I don't know, whatever. Dream interpretation software. This is like software that helps you choose your, figure out your astrology and your zodiac signs. This is software to help you find coupons. This is software to help you find out when you send someone an email, like what happens. Are they clicking on it? Are they sharing it? It lets you see what happens when people send emails. This is a fundraising site. This is a software that helps you do fundraising and they make tons of money from there. This is SaneBox. This is software that helps you clean up your inbox so you don't go crazy. And there's like idea after idea after idea. Like there's millions of ideas you can think of. Okay, so here's 3 ways to find ideas if you get stuck. We call this software hacking. Okay, so if you can't think of ideas, try this. Number 1, in every business that you're in, so think about the business you're in right now, there's something that you need to systemize. If you read the book The E-Myth by Michael Gerber, it's all about systemization. So what is something in your business that you know you personally need to systemize anyway? Take that thing and turn that into software. First off, to help you to actually get it done. Second off, any other company that's similar to yours can now use that software. Okay, it's one of the easiest ways is to systemize things. Okay, number 2, build a better mousetrap. This is Steven Esqueses, who used to work with ClickFunnels here. He's still, he's I think number 1 or number 2 top affiliate for ClickFunnels right now. Super cool dude. And he had on his blog, he's got his page that has all the top like 300 marketing software companies. And he has them broken down categories. And what's interesting is each category has like 10 different software companies. So you think like, oh, there's already an autoresponder company, I can't do that. Oh, there's already an analytics software company, I can't do that. But look, if you start looking, they're like, here's an ad management. There's like 10 ad management companies. They each have their own spin on it. Like why I like doing it this way versus this way. So they each create different companies. There's space in the marketplace for multiple companies. This is spy tools, a whole bunch of different spy tools. Okay, this is analytics dashboards. There's 10, 15 analytics dashboards. There's autoresponder companies. There's backlink analysis. There's cloud. Like there are, and he had over 300 of these, like tons and tons and tons. And the last one I share with you guys, if you're still like stuck for an idea, is look at like where people are developing software in one spot. Like for example, if you go to the App Store, like this is an app. I think it's like $2 on the App Store, right? Helps you lose weight. Okay, the value of an app in App Store is like $2. But you take that same app and you turn it into software. Guess what happens? Suddenly, that app is now worth $14.95 a month. Boom, recurring income by shifting it from a phone to a web-based app. So look at the ideas. Like get out your iPhone, look at all these different apps they're selling for $1 or $2. And like, man, I could turn that into a web platform. I could do that. I could do that, and you can like do all sorts of things. Okay. Or if you take all the amazing stuff we teach you, like in Expert Secrets and how to sell stuff the right way, you can do what Kaylin does and take an app and she sells this app for $150 and she's become a multimillionaire because of it. Okay. So like these are some of the ways that it works, right? All right. So hopefully that gets the wheels in your head spinning about where you can find software ideas and what you can do for your existing business. Okay. So number 2 now, and this is the next cool thing, is that if you already have an existing business, so how many of you guys listening now already have a business? Like, Russell, I have a course I sell. Russell, I have supplements. Russell, I have physical products. I'm doing e-commerce. Like, how many of you guys have an existing business right now? Let me know in the chat box over here. Okay, a lot of you guys already have a business. So if you already have a business, you're not trying to like launch a new software company, this is why you still need to be paying attention to what we're talking about, okay? For example, this right here is Bart and Sunny Miller run a thing called Robert Jones Makeup Academy. And it's an academy where they like teach people how to do makeup and all sorts of stuff. So then to increase their business and add a recurring income stream, they created software where you log in, you type in your face shape, you put in like a bunch of things like that, your eye shape, things like that, and it pops out. These are the types of makeup you should use for your face. Okay, and then they license it to all their reps and go out there and they can that are selling. They can use the software to help the people that they are doing their makeup for. Okay, so boom, there's an existing info product business that turned into a software business and added recurring income. This is one of my buddies, Preston Ely, who's in the real estate market. He was doing coaching, seminars, masterminds, all sorts of stuff, and then boom, he decided to launch a software company, Freedom Soft, and boom, instantly he started adding recurring income to his company. Okay, this is Annie we talked about earlier. She wrote a book. And then she launched a software company. Now, not just an info product, now she's got recurring income built into her business. And obviously for me, I've written all sorts of books, but until I had the recurring income through ClickFunnels, through software, I wasn't ever truly wealthy. Okay? So whatever business you are in, you need to add software because it'll instantly add recurring income. It'll make you from doing well to being like really, really well. Like that's the difference. Okay. And then the last thing that software will do, it allow you to charge more. Software will instantly increase the perceived value of anything you attach it to. Okay. A couple examples. Number 1, Frank Kern. How many of you guys have seen product launches over the last like decade? And they're always like, opt in for my free product launch or opt in for my free report or my free e-course, right? So Frank did this one back when he launched his initial list control. Instead of opting in for a free report or a free video, he said, download the Good Karma List Machine. It was software that he gave away for free to get somebody to opt in. I don't remember the exact numbers, but he got over 80,000 people to join his list in a week's period of time because instead of giving away info products which have low perceived value, he created a software product and gave away for free. Okay, so if you want to instantly increase your opt-ins, give away software. Like it's insane. It increases the perceived value and more people will give you their email address by having software. Number 2, this is Jim Edwards, the man. And Jim has a course on how to do copywriting. Guess what people don't want to buy? Courses on how to do copywriting. It's like the hardest thing on earth to sell. But you turn it into software, and guess what happened? Okay, Funnel Scripts was born, which makes us millions and millions of dollars a year. And it was all about taking this thing, shifting it into software, and increasing the perceived value dramatically. Okay, and then right now with Scott and Garrett, they wrote the book. I mean, this is awesome, but until we turn it into software, no one's going to take this serious, and it's not going to increase perceived value. So they went back and they developed software to make the info actually work better. Okay, so it gives you guys the ability to charge more and increase perceived value of anything you're selling. I've got a lot of you guys who come to me, they do the perfect webinar, like, nobody's buying my thing. I'm like, well, what are you selling? Like, I got a masterclass with 6 modules, and I got an upsell of a thing. And like, dude, like, there's no value in what you're selling. Like, the reason why people buy my stuff in my webinar is because it's attached to software, right? Like, if you attach software in your offer, it'll dramatically increase the value of whatever you're selling. If you're selling something for $300 on a webinar, you attach software, now you can sell it for $1,000. Does that make sense? Like, it will change your offers and makes them more sexy, more sticky, and it makes them just amazing altogether. Okay, so if you're a new startup, this is the best business to start. If you're an existing business, this will instantly add a recurring income stream. And if you want to charge more, this will increase the perceived value of anything you attach it to. So that, you guys, is secret number one. That's how we turn $20 in simple idea into a software company that's now worth millions. All right, you guys ready for secret number two? Secret number two, if you can doodle on a whiteboard, then you have all the tech skills you need to own a software company. So one more time, go to the discussion box. Let me know how many of you guys know how to doodle on a whiteboard. Okay. All right, my kids doodle. They can do it. I promise you can do it. Like, literally, that's all the tech skills you gotta have. Let me show you guys how it works, okay? And you need to understand a couple things. You don't have to know how to code. Lest you think that any of us here in this room have any skills, we don't. All the skills in my company are in Atlanta and in Toronto and in Michigan, and they're all over the place. Nobody here in Boise has any tech skills. We're all completely useless, okay? Cindy, you guys, do you have any tech skills?
No, none. And the funny thing is, we tell people that I always, friends or family, and like, well, yeah, I run these software companies, with my business partner Scott, and they're like, oh, so you know how to program? You're a cool programmer? Like, that is so cool. And I'm like, actually, no, we don't know how to write one line of code. We hire programmers and we let them do it.
So cool. All right, so let me show you guys. This is the 4-step process. If you had a pad of paper, this is the most important thing you will learn besides when I prove Einstein's an idiot. This is the most important thing of this webinar, so write these down. This is the process to create any software you want. Step number 1, you doodle it. Step number 2, you wireframe it. Step number 3, user interface designer. Step number 3, give it to the geniuses. Okay, that's it. Number 1, doodle. Number 2, wireframe. Number 3, UI designer. Number 4, geniuses. Okay, that's it. Let me show you how it works. Okay, this is how we built and launched ClickFunnels. Step number 1, we doodled it. This is me, Dylan, and Todd doodling ClickFunnels. That was step number 1. Step number 2, we wireframed it. This is the original wireframe. Todd found this yesterday. This is the original wireframe of ClickFunnels after we took the doodles. Like, how cool is that? So we wireframe it. Then we take the wireframes and then you give it to a UI designer. Okay, they take the wireframes and they make them look like a website. This was the original UI design of ClickFunnels. I can't believe I found this last night. Like, I was like,
he started freaking out.
I was going nuts. I'm like, I can't believe we found the original. But if you look back, like, there's the sketch. There's UI designer. So the UI designer takes it. Then you take the UI designer, you give it to the geniuses, and they make it into software. Look how confused I look in this picture. I have no idea what's even happening. I'm talking about ClickFunnels. Those 3 guys in the background are the geniuses who built it. And look at me like, Russell has no idea what he's talking about. Okay, because I don't. Those are the geniuses that build ClickFunnels. I just helped in the doodling process, and that was it. Okay, that's how the game is played. All right, let me show you guys how Garrett Scott built custom rewards. Very similar process. Step number 1, what'd you guys do?
Doodle.
There is the doodle. Step number 2,
Wireframed it out.
Step number 3,
Gave it to the UI designer.
and then step number 4,
Give it to the geniuses. These are literally the geniuses that build all our products.
do you want to know all their names?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So these are the geniuses that built all of their software companies. So there they are. You guys can all, don't tell them their names because my people, they'll heal and they're trying to
Take
contact
it
me
from-
directly. Yeah. Okay. So that's how we're now. The new company we're launching called Software Funnels. Guess how the process works? You guys are never gonna guess. Step number 1, they went to Krispy Kremes and they did what?
Doodle. That's
Number
the
2,
literal doodle that we
that
did.
That's the official Krispy Kreme doodle right there.
The Krispy Kreme doodle that started it all. Step number 2,
Wireframe.
you got a wireframe. Step number 3,
We sent it to the UI designer.
And that's our original UI design.
it looks really, really pretty. Then you give it to the geniuses and they turn it into software.
Yep.
Now I want to stress, if you do this out of order, you will screw the whole thing up. This is what normally happens. I got an idea for software, and you hire a program like, I want to build this thing called ClickFunnels. It's going to be awesome. And they're like, sweet. And they start building it. 6 months later, send you back this thing. You're like, technically, it kind of did what we said, but it is so ugly. And we failed. Okay? This is the process, you guys. Do not screw it up. Those 4 steps. Okay? So I'm curious right now. How many of you guys are excited to see how Software Funnel works? How this whole process actually works? All right, what we're going to do, we're going to actually log into the software, and we're going to do a quick demo. It's going to show you guys how Software Funnels will actually do all of these steps, this 4-step process for you guys, okay? So look close. I'm going to show you guys this video real quick, and we're going to walk you guys through exactly how to create your very own software here inside of Software Funnels.
Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go through the Software Funnels demo. And so here we're on the login page. We're going to log in. And here you can see the Software Funnels, all the tools, the different tools. You got the dashboard, whiteboard, mind maps, wireframes, projects, team chat, help desk, analytics, and reports. We're going to focus today, Scott, on what? We're going to focus on whiteboards.
Whiteboards, wireframes, projects, team chat, and analytics. But we also want to point out every single one of these are enterprise level pieces of software.
Right. And so here you can make this smaller, and we're going to add a new whiteboard. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you through the process, and we're going to have kind of fun with it. We're gonna, if you guys remember, Russell just launched with the Harmon Brothers. He launched the new video for ClickFunnels, and it had a miner, and that miner loved to paint squirrels, right? Like nude squirrels. So we came up with this idea. We're gonna create an app for squirrels, and because squirrels need apps too, right?
Right, definitely. And they also need nuts for the winter.
Yep. And so we're gonna create an app that lets them know exactly how many nuts they need to gather by wintertime for hibernation. And so if this was literally a software idea that we had, this is where we'd start. We'd start here in the whiteboarding tool, and you can see that you can draw all kinds of stuff. You can make things bigger. You can change colors. You can add text. Okay, you can add images. You can collaborate with
on different computers. So if your team is in different locations,
and they can see exactly what you're doing live. So we want to delete this and start from scratch. And what we're going to do is we would draw. So we're building an app. So I'm first going to draw it doesn't have to be perfect because we're just drawing out the idea. So this is my iPhone. There's the where you talk. Here's the top. And we're going to have a logo here and a my account area. So logo. You can see we're just drawing it out. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just drawing the idea out. In fact, it shouldn't be perfect whatsoever. Just have fun with it and just start drawing. So this is my account. So then what we're going to have is, now this is an app. It's on the phone. The squirrel needs to answer some questions. So what's one of the questions, Scott, that the squirrel needs to answer?
How many in your family?
How many in your family? So then we've got, I didn't leave enough room. So what I can do, that's as small as we can go. So I could just go like this. Now I'm going to draw just like a little text box that they would fill in, or a drop down, whatever, of how many. Let's say this is 1, and then they could do a drop down of how many are in the family.
Right.
So what's the next question?
When's winter? Yeah.
When is winter in your area? We'll just keep it simple. We can change all that later. Just mocking this up quick. Okay, another,
like a calendar.
Yeah, like a little calendar with all a bunch of dates that they choose, whatever. If we got some more, we'll come up with some other questions then. Basically a calculate button. Calculate. Obviously that. So there it is. Like, I mean, super simple. We call it the ugly duckling mock-up. So now let's say they click calculate. So let's just design that one out quick too. They click calculate, and there's the phone. And you can select and copy over and duplicate things too, just to make it quicker. So we got the logo, boom, we'll just do this quick. So now they click calculate, they answer those questions, and now it's like what, Scott? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And then
you're gonna need like 5,000 acorns to
5,000 nuts or acorns
by
whatever.
December 1st.
By December
or 31st.
31st. So you can move all this around. You can play with this, and maybe we'll do like a little acorn or something. Okay, so you can see how quick that was. That's all you need to do. So now we would save this, call it nut app, save it. We come back to the whiteboard dashboard. You can see we've got that there. You can see a little thumbnail of it. I can share it with people. I can duplicate it or can delete it. Lots of cool things you can do. So now the next step is you're going to go to the wireframing tool. So this is the wireframe tool. And we kind of decided, we couldn't, doing this live in a live demo, we went ahead and already kind of designed it out on the wireframe because it takes a little bit of more time. So we took that whiteboard tool and we turned it into a wireframe. So we actually added another cool thing with just a login page. Then when they log in, they answer the questions. So you can see, let's open up the whiteboard. So we're going to look at this and see kind of how close it looks and similar it looks. So you can see we took the whiteboard and how many in your family, when is winter, and we actually added another question that we thought of, how many trees do you own? It's kind of funny. Then the calculate. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add this third one, and that's how we're going to show you how to use the wireframing tool. We're going to make this congratulations page on the app. So the cool thing is here, you've got some iOS user interface items where that's this thing right here. And we can pull this over. You can see that. We'll just kind of try and make it the same size. So that's one way you could do it, or even better, we'll just grab this all and we'll copy it, paste it, and move it over. There we go. So all that was pretty quick and simple. Now we can go ahead and get rid of this stuff, and we don't need any of that. So now we've got this blank page basically, where now we want to add just some text. So we'll move some text over here, and congratulations. Now what we want to do is make this a little bit bigger. There's tons of stuff. We can arrange it, change all the styles, coloring, and all that. We'll just quickly make it bigger and bold it. Now we'll move another text over here. So what did that say? You need 5,000 nuts by December 31st, basically. So this one, let's make it a little bit smaller. You need 5,000 nuts by December 31st. Cool. Okay. So the cool thing is, you see this little logo, we just kind of found it by just searching. You can search here on the wireframe tool. We just search squirrel, and we found that, moved it over, and we were able to like turn it around and everything. So let's see if we can find an acorn, or there's an acorn.
Yeah, there you go.
Or a nut. So let's just bring this acorn over here. Oh, that's small. So that one doesn't look very good. So let's do nut. Just another option. So I'll see if that one looks a little better. Anyway, you could find some. So you can use the searching tool. There's tons of other things that will help you wireframe out even a web page.
Yeah, anything that you can imagine.
Yep.
Another cool thing is, like, you know how he copied and pasted and made another phone? You can do that same thing and make a template. If you're making a website or something, save that template, and then you can go and make all your pages real fast, because you just have to fix the inside of the
Exactly.
page.
So we're going to save this, and we call it the Nut app, and we come back over here. Now what we do is we would want to share it with like our designer or whatever. So let's just say, well, for now you can see there's some other people here in that where you can share it. We can share it with Sava, edit, collaborate, and we can share it with them. Then they'll get that. So you'd share it with the designer.
Right.
We would also, the next thing is we would go to the projects area, and we'd have and this is just a test account, so it's not, we'd have like a project board. So this is just like Trello. This is the project management. This is where we live, here and in the team chat. And so we'd have a project board just for our designer. So here you can see an example of our programming board, where you can see this is a ton of stuff. So if we just come back here, this one's a little bit more what we want to see. We actually already added this so you guys could see it. So let's say it's the NetApp design. This is the designer's project board. He sees that we need to do this. We're going to move this. We're going to change this priority, turn it off, and now make this the priority number 1. We can add them as a member to it, and then we can say, please design this for us. This is Lindsay's account. You can see test account, and please design this for us. And then what we'd do is we'd pull over we'd already shared the wireframe with them, or we could just download it and put it in here so they could see the wireframe. Right. So this just works like Trello. Now tell them the cool thing about the projects tool.
So we can actually have you pull in Trello right into projects.
Yeah, we have a whole import tool where you go to get a couple things from Trello. It'll import everything straight from Trello. It'll map all the users and everything that you have in Trello. It'll pull it over here to the projects tool.
All in like 5 minutes.
Yep, super, super cool. So we'd do that on the projects tool. Then we'd go, and say, hey, designer, we go into team chat, we chat with the designer, hey, I've moved a new priority to you, and you can see all these people are offline right now, but let's say Garrett was the designer, and we say, hey, we moved this new project, please go work on it right away. And the cool thing about the team chat is it's just like Slack. Like we built this just like Slack. It's so cool. You've also got video chat, audio chat.
Yeah, we actually think it's better than Slack.
Yeah, you can upload files, you can create groups, you can create direct chats, and all kinds of stuff. You can have your favorites area, and so cool. So you can see, like, we've Lindsay and I have been chatting back and forth with links, uploading files, and all kinds of stuff like that. Desktop notifications. So then what we'd do is the designer would work on it. So we actually had the designer work on that. We gave them that exact wireframing tool, and here's what he came up with. So cool. We did this in literally like 6 minutes. Okay, we designed we did the whiteboard, we wireframed it out, sent it to him in literally like 6 to 8 minutes. He took him about 30, maybe 45 minutes to design this out. Now some designers take longer, so it's not always the case, and this was just a simple example. So here it is from the.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just so cool, right?
It makes me want to go and design something.
Yeah, build this out. Let's go build this app for squirrels. So he made a little logo just based on what we had found. This is the login page. So if we go back here, let's just go back to the wireframe quick. While that's opening, you can see the next page and the last page. So here you can see we sent him this exact wireframe. So you've got the login page, the middle page, and this is what he came up with. Now we have something that's almost 3D ready to go, so we can send this to the programmer so we can start developing this. Look how fast that was. So here you can see how many in your family, the drop down, how long until winter, how many trees do you own, calculate, congrats, the amount of nuts you need to gather is 5,000. You even put a little acorn there.
Right.
I mean, and we could go back to him and say, well, let's change this in design, but this was literally, in under an hour, we have an app ready to go. So you can just see the power of software funnels and how cool this is. Now, a couple other tools we want to mention. We've also got mind mapping, so you can mind map out things.
That allows you to kind of connect these different pages
how many
that you're
pages
building.
you need.
It really allows you to connect it in your mind and get that out.
So then you've got the help desk tool, it's like almost a full Zendesk
Yeah.
where you can have a whole customer support area.
And all your
help desk.
support team can be right here inside of Software Funnels.
The analytics will show that, the reporting tool, so you can see what your team's doing and
I
reporting
love
on
the
every day.
reporting tool. Yeah.
So we're going to show you the analytics quick. And here, this is so awesome. This is what every software company needs. You need to know your monthly recurring revenue. So you can see current total MRR, and this is just an example. This will pull straight from Stripe and all your subscriptions so you can see how things are going. The MRR breakdown, monthly recurring revenue breakdown, new business, expansion, contracting, MRR churn, all this cool stuff that helps you, how many active customers you have, 30 days ago, 14 days ago, 38 current active customers.
Right. Your churn rate
Churn
over
rate,
time.
super important. How many customers are you losing? Average revenue per user or per account, customer lifetime value, annual run rate. This is so important that you have these analytics. So these are just some of the tools, and we're going to keep adding, and Software Funnels is going to keep evolving. So many wonderful things that you can do in Software Funnels. So that's the quick demo of Software Funnels and how you can use it to quickly build your software program, your software company in no time at all.
All right, was that amazing? So how many of you guys right now are watching that and like, oh my gosh, I need to create my own software? So my next question for you guys is, how many of you guys want a free account Software Funnels? All right, everyone's going crazy. All right, well, we'll talk about it later on in the web class, but I just want to show you that is Software Funnels, guys. Like, this is the tool we're using now to develop software. Like, I literally last week was wireframing out a bunch of ideas and doodling it, and so much fun because it takes these ideas you have and gives you the ability to make them live very, very quickly, and it's just insanely fun. So that is Software Funnels, and I hope you guys are excited. So one more thing I want to cover. So this is secret number 3, and I told you guys earlier I was going to prove Einstein was an idiot. I hope you guys are okay with that. So secret number 3, Einstein is actually wrong. The 8th wonder of the world is actually this. So this is a quote. As I said, I don't know if Einstein really said this or not. A lot of people say he did. Who knows? But what he said, compounding interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. And so, but I just want to prove you that compounding interest is actually lame when you compare it to what we call residual income. So let me walk you guys through how this works. So this is my compounding interest calculator. And so I'm trying to make this as even as possible to fight compounding interest versus residual income, and we'll see who wins at the end. So here we go. Here's the calculator. So I'm plugging some things. So let's say I'm going to invest $5,000 first off. So that's my initial startup into this thing. I'm going to put $2,000 a month into monthly contribution over 20 years. You do the calculations on that. You click on calculate. You compound it daily and check it out what happens at the end of the day. You end up with $1.5 million. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
$5,000 down, $2,000 a month for 20 years, you'll be a millionaire. So congratulations. But
It only took 20 years.
it took 20 years, and that's what Einstein had to do. So I'm going to do that now versus let's see what's going to happen here inside software. So this is a little calculator, the recurring revenue calculator you guys have a chance to play with when you get inside of Software Secrets. And a couple things. So I'm going to do very similar. I'm going to assume that I took that $5,000 startup capital, and instead of putting it into an account, I'm going to use that to hire a programmer, designer to get my first software product live. So the first software product is live. Now I'm going to go out there and let's say the monthly fee on my software is $50 a month. And then what I did is to make this really, really easy, I'm putting in the CPA right here of basically, so I'm going to put the same $2,000 a month into the software business. And let's say my cost per acquisition is $100 to acquire a customer, right? So that means I get 20 customers a month. So pretty low. Like, first off, your cost to acquire customers should be way lower than that. But let's just say, worst case scenario, I invest the same $2,000 a month I would have done in compounding interest. Instead, I put in residual income. I'm only able to get 20 new customers, so at $100 CPA, and I do that for 20 years. So that's 240 months. You put the math in on that. Guess what it ends up being? Boom! You end up with $28.9 million at the end of 20 years versus 1.5. So I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that Einstein was wrong. So residual income is more likely the 8th wonder of the world because it makes you so much more, so much less time, and it's so much easier, and it's just so much better. So there you go. 1.5 million versus 28.9 million. There you go. All right. So let me show you guys how I use residual income. This is the secret to get anything you want in life for free. Okay. This is important. So first thing I want you to do is let's take something that you have a monthly payment on, right? So some of you guys have student loans, some of you guys have credit card debt, whatever it is. I'm going to use student loan for right now. Okay. So I have student loan. I'm like, okay, I need to go and create software to free me from my student loans, right? So I create the software. Let's say the membership cost for my software $50 a month. That'll make the math easy. The next step is okay, well, how much are my student loans? So I asked Google, and Google told me that the average student leaves college with $25,000 in student loans. So that's the average student loan is 25 grand. And if you do the monthly cost on that, that's $280 a month. So how many members do I need to get inside my membership fee or my software to cover all of the monthly payments over here? Okay, so all I have to do, if I can get 5.6 members, the membership fees for my software will cover the entire student loan, and now my student loan's free. You guys can get 5.6 people to sign up for your software in the next month or 2 months or 3 months. If so, you are free from all your student loans, all your debt are gone. Okay, you guys see how this works? Let me show you another example. So let's just say you have a car payment right now. Let's say your car payment, you set the same software, it's $50 a month. Your car payment is $300 a month. So you do the math on that. You have to get exactly 6 members to join your software product, and now your car payment is free. Your car's completely free. Is that cool? So I want you to start look at all the bills you have in your life. Like I got student loans, credit card debt, my house payment, my apartment payment, what are all those things? And then reverse engineer, how many members do I need to get to cover the monthly fee on my car, my house, my thing like that, right? So you look at this, now you're like, well, crap, Russell, it's only 6 members to cover my car payment. What if I got rid of my car and I upgraded? What if I wanted one of those fancy pants Teslas that fly, right? So let's say you get a nice Tesla, the doors come up, it's super awesome. You have the same membership size, $50 a month. And then I didn't know how much Teslas cost, so I Googled it, and Google told me that Tesla said that for a Tesla, it costs about $593 a month. So my car payment is $593 a month. How many members do I need to get so I can get a free Tesla? Just 10. If I get 10 members to join my software program, pay me $50 a month, I get this car for free.
And that's not 10 members a month. That's just 10 members.
10 members, yeah. That's if you stopped working after you got your 10 members and just took some time off. So let's say you can go and earn all the money, get a Tesla. Let's say I'm going to spend 8 hours a day for the next 10 days. You need 8 hours a day, you get one person to sign up. Okay, so you spend 8 hours, you get one person to sign up. After 10 days, you stop, and then you have a free Tesla for the rest of your life. That's how residual income works and why it's so awesome. Okay, some of you guys are like, hey, Russell, that's cool. I can get out of debt. I can buy my next car. But some of you guys are like, Russell, I want to be dirty rich, filthy rich. I want everything. So I was thinking last night, well, how many memberships would I have to sell if I wanted to buy Tai Lopez's mansion? Okay, and so I was looking at that, and I've actually been to the mansion, so it's very nice. I was looking at that, and so I come back, I got the same constraints, right? $50 a month what people pay to use my software. So how many do I need to sell? Well, I didn't know how much Tai Lopez's mansion cost, so I went to Twitter because it's the definitive answer for everything. And this is somebody saying that basically, oh, Tai, you just rented out the mansion. It's not even a real thing. And then I scrolled down in the Twitter feed and I saw what the trolls had to say. And one of the trolls said, the house that Tai says he owns, it isn't his. The owner's been trying to rent it for $75,000 a month. Tai rents it, shoots the videos. Okay, so first off, that's not true. Tai actually does lease the house or whatever. But let's just say that this troll was right and it's $75,000 a month to get the house. I have no idea. I bet it's a lot less. But let's just say the mansion payment is $75K a month. And you're like, why would someone spend $75K a month to live in a mansion? I have no idea. But let's just say it is. How many members would have to be in my software for me to get that house for free? 1,500. 1,500 members, and you got Tai Lopez's mansion for free. Okay, you guys getting this? You see how this works? This is the power of residual income. You find what you want, what you need, figure out what the monthly payments are, and then sell that many people into your software, and then that thing becomes free for you. Okay? And again, this can get you out of debt. This can make you money. This can help you change the world. This helps you serve other people. You can figure out whatever it is you want to do. But this is how we do things in my world. Okay? And it's really, really fun. So I want you to understand, you don't have to have 50,000 members like ClickFunnels does to be free. Okay, literally 300 members in your software program will make you financially free forever. Now, what does that mean? Financially free is different for everyone. My question for you is this. What would freedom as a whole, what would it look like for you? Does that mean you're getting out of debt? No longer have to worry about student loans, car payments, house payments? Is freedom mean you have the chance to go and serve more people, to go on mission trips, to help other people around the world? What is freedom for you? Okay, and look at that, and then reverse engineer and say, well, how many members of my software do I need to get absolute freedom? You figure out that number, go sell the software, and then you're free. And you're free for the rest of your life. And that's why we're so passionate about what we're talking about. Software is cool, but the residual income, the freedom it gives you as the entrepreneur is second to none. You can't get that in any other business. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys are so excited right now after watching this presentation, understanding residual incomes, getting the ideas? Do you feel a little bit like this? Oh crap, I peed my pants. Well, if you don't feel like that, you need to understand that you ain't cool unless you pee your pants. So all you guys have my permission to take a few minutes to pee your pants right now because you're so freaking excited about software secrets and software funnels. Okay, and if she said that if peeing your pants is cool, then consider me Miles Davis. All right, so if you guys want to start your own software company, real quick, these are the essential tools you have to be able to be successful, okay? You have to have whiteboarding software, you have to have wireframing software, mind mapping software, project management software, team chat, help desk, reporting tools, analytics, and finally freelancer services like Upwork to be able to get your software created. Now I know this, and these guys know this because in the past this is what we had to do. In fact, a year ago when they came to Boise and we were talking about this, I was like, yep, we're using this project management system, this whiteboard, and this, and like we had all these different tools all over the place. And I was like, how in the world are people supposed to be successful? Like things are everywhere. There's so many, it's so easy to miss one of the pieces. Like how do you do it? And that's what I said. If you guys can create a tool that puts all these things together, it'll change the world. It'll give every entrepreneur the chance and the ability to create their own software, to be able to write their own paycheck, and to be able to really get financial freedom. And so that was the mission they went back home on, and they spent the next 8 months building something, and that is what Software Funnels is for you guys today. Okay, and so I want to ask you guys permission real quick. Are you cool if I spend about 15 minutes or so going over exactly what Software Funnels is, what Software Secrets, the courses, and making you guys a really special offer? I want to make sure you guys are cool with that. All right, thank you. Cool. I got you guys, a bunch of you guys saying, "Give me, take my money." So, all right. Well, this is what we created for you guys, and again, it's called Software Secrets. Okay. Now, what you're going to get when you invest in Software Secrets today, you're going to get a bunch of really cool things. The first thing you're going to get is 6 months of the Software Funnels software for free. Now, you guys had a chance to see a quick demo of 2 or 3 of the features, but Software Funnels literally places all of these software products right here. So if you're using any of these, you can delete them, you can cancel the monthly fee. Like all these things you can get rid of because everything here is already pre-built into Software Funnels for you. So you have every single thing you need to be successful launching your software company. Okay, so you get 6 months of Software Funnels for free. Inside of Software Funnels, you're going to be able to create up to 100 different wireframes for your products, be able to manage up to 100 products. You have 20 user accounts, so your team, your employees, your staff, your programmers, your designers, everybody can come in and work together on your software products and your projects, and a whole bunch more. Okay. Now, what happens after 6 months? So you're saying, Russell, after 6 months, what's going to happen? Like, does the monthly fee go up? Like, do I have to pay? Like, what happens? And the answer is, don't worry about that right now. Are you serious? Like, all you right now is you got 6 months to create and launch your software. Okay, we're going to give you the biggest account we have for the next 6 months. And 6 months from now, you can log in the software. And if you want, you can downgrade your account. You can keep it at the same level. But we have no idea how many programmers, designers. So we're going to give you guys the max account so you can plug all your people in, so you can like do some damage and make some cool software in the next 6 months. And then 6 months from now, decide like, okay, do I need this much? Do I need less user accounts? Like, how does it work? And you can downgrade. In fact, there's plans to start all the way down to $20 a month, all the way up to $300 a month and beyond. So after 6 months, you guys can figure out what makes the most sense for you. But right now, you'll be unlocked at the highest level, so you have access to everything inside of Software Funnels. Okay. So again, we talked about this before. Step number 1 is you got to doodle the software. That'll happen inside Software Funnels. Step number 2, you're going to wireframe the software. Also happens inside Software Funnels. We didn't have time to show you all the other stuff. It does do doodling, it does do wireframes, but it does not stop there. After that, it also does your user management. Here's all the different employees on your team. Here's your team chat, just like Slack or Skype. You can communicate with all your people in one spot. You're not logging into 4 different programs to talk to programmers and designers. Everyone's talking in one spot, so you can find answers to everything at any given time. This is the reporting dashboard. See every single employee on your team. What do they do every single day? Do they finish things? What are they stuck on? That way your projects continue to move forward. This is the project management board, so you can figure out your projects, your priorities, moving around. This is the Trello, similar to Trello for your project management stuff. This is the mind mapping, so you mind map out like what happens when they click on this button, where do they go? And then from here, where are they going? What's the actual mind map of how the software works? You get the mind mapping software as well. You get the help desk software, so that literally when your customers are asking questions, your support team can come in here, answer the ticket, and then also look up their accounts through the recurring bill. Like everything happens here inside of Software Funnels. You get the analytics tool, so you can see how much money you're making, how many customers you have, what's going up, what's going down. So you have perfect clarity on what's happening in your software business at all times, so you can continue to grow. Those are just a few of the things that there's even more in there, you guys, as you'll see when you get in there, but that is the power of Software Funnels. It runs the entire company for you, okay? So how many of you guys are freaking out right now because all you want to do is logging in right now and start doodling stuff like crazy, okay? I know that guy is. He just peed his pants too, okay? So if you guys are half as excited about me, I say that some of you guys tonight, you're going to map out, you're going to be in the software. Imagine you're going to be doodling this thing, and that will become the thing that gives you financial freedom. I want you to remember that moment. Like, take a picture of yourself as you're doodling out your first software product and post it in our members area or whatever, and let people know, like, hey, I started the rest of my life today. I doodled out my project. Okay, just like we did in ClickFunnels 3.5, 4 years ago, that could happen for you guys tonight when you get in here and have a chance to start doodling. Okay, so here's what you're gonna get. First thing you're gonna get when you invest in Software Secrets today is you get 6-month account to Software Funnels for free at $4,997 value. The next thing you're gonna get is the Software Secrets Masterclass, because we need to make sure you guys understand how to build software. When you understand the process, it's really easy. When you do it wrong, it's very, very expensive. One of the versions of ClickFunnels I built, I spent $50,000 in 9 months, and when it came back, it didn't do anything. Anyway, I've wasted so much money the wrong way. I know you guys have as well. This will make it so you do it right the first time. So here's a small glimpse of what's inside the Software Secrets Masterclass and members area. Inside there, you're gonna figure out how to come up with great software ideas that will actually sell, so you don't waste your time on bad ideas. How many of you guys want to make sure that you're doing the right programs and you're not creating stuff that nobody's going to buy? They're going to show you exactly how to do that. You can find out how to actually fund your ideas. So if you're like, I'm broke, I can't even build this thing, we'll show you how to do it so you can fund it, how to bootstrap it. There's a whole bunch of ways to get your projects actually funded. We're going to show you guys the 12-step process to make software building process faster, easier, and cheaper. We're going to show you the project management secrets that will shave months off your project timeline. Okay, the reason why Annie was able to create her software in 3 months versus 3 years is because of this right here. She understood the project management secrets you guys can get for free when you guys invest today. You're also going to learn how to launch your software as quick as possible, how to hire the right programmers and designers the very first time, because the most expensive thing you will have is you hire the wrong programmers. They build crappy software, you launch it, and it completely crashes on your members. Hire the right programmers and designers the first time, it'll change everything for you. Okay, we'll show you how to beta launch your first software before your big launch, and then we're going to show you how to launch your software and get your first 100 members fast. Okay, and a whole bunch more. Like, it goes on and on and on. In fact, inside Software Secrets, you're going to get not just like training, you get videos and screenshots and action items and podcasts and Facebook Lives and a whole bunch more. And we're actually also going to train you guys on exactly how to use software funnels. Okay, and the other cool thing is there's actually a live beta group starting this Monday. So starting this Monday, you're going to sign up right now. You can go through stuff this weekend. Then Monday, you come on, and Monday we start doing the live training. I don't want you guys to miss it because it's going to be insanely cool. You have a chance to jump on, ask questions, and watch as these guys help you go through the entire Software Secrets process. Okay? And if you're watching this in the future, and this is a replay, don't stress out. It means that the first trainings may already be done. You can log in and start watching them immediately, which is awesome. But for all of you guys who are on live right now, the first training starts this Monday. That's why it's so important to get started today and not tomorrow. Now, I don't want you to take our word for it. This training is amazing. This is Allison Prince. She's one of my Inner Circle members who had a chance to sit in the room when Garrett and Scott first presented Software Secrets. And I want you to hear in her own words what's happened to her software and her company ever since she had the idea and she had a chance to launch it.
Hi, my name is Allison Prince, and I have been in the e-commerce space for about 7 years. And over the last 7 years, I've noticed how social media's algorithm keeps changing and twisting and crushing the small business owners, and honestly, I'm getting really sick of it. I've had this idea on ways to prevent this, to help small business owners get back their space in the social world, but I knew it was going to take some technology behind it. And so when I heard about Software Secrets, what Garrett and Scott had to offer, I was really, really excited about this opportunity. From the idea in my head to today, it's been about 3.5 months. We will launch the beta in 30 days. So this has been a 4.5 month process, and I guarantee that if I would have gone anywhere else, it would have taken me over a year to build and would have cost me so much more money. One of the things that I was impressed with was Scott came out and said, "Hey Allison, I actually think your idea will change the way that shopping is done online." What I find so fascinating and encouraging about this is listen to their story. They're not tech people, and they have built tech companies that are in the Inc. 500. And that's not like 5 years ago, that's happening this year. They know what they're doing. They've done this process over and over again, and just look at their history of what they've done. Like, I can tell you this process has literally been the easiest process that I've gone through building technology. Like, I am so excited to be able to release this to my beta group. Like, some nights I can't even sleep because it's becoming a reality. The thoughts in my head, I'm seeing it happen on the computer screen, is an absolute dream. Like, sometimes I have to pinch myself that this is actually happening for a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost. Like, seriously, if you've got an idea for technology, just go for it. Software Secrets has really helped me to get things in order, and it's helped me to save a lot of time and that is absolutely vital when you're building technology. Thanks, Garrett and Scott.
All right, how many of you guys are getting so excited for this? So what are you most excited for? I'm curious because there's two pieces of this right now. Number one, we got Software Funnel software that allows you to do all the stuff to run your entire software business. And the second one is Software Secrets training course. Like, which one are you guys more excited for? I want you guys to vote in the question box over here. So if you're excited for Software Funnels, give me a 1. If you're excited for Software Secrets, give me a 2. And I want to find out where you guys are most pumped for. And as we're doing that, I want you to remind you what Billy Madison said. Shampoo is better. No, conditioner is better. They both are important, and they're both essential to your guys' success, okay? All right, so here's what you're going to get. Again, you get 6-month access to Software Funnels for free. You can get the Software Secrets Masterclass, total value is $7,994. Now, my next question is, wouldn't it have been cool for you guys to have actually watched them build the exact same software here that earned them this Inc. 500 award? Like, I wish that we could rewind back 5 or 6 years ago as they were actually building this and be on a fly on the wall and watch hey, what'd they do? Then what'd they do? And then what was the process and how did it work? And then where did they find the programmers and how they know it was a good, all that stuff, right? And so last night as we were going through this, they told me about this new project that they're creating. I was like, wait a minute. What if we actually documented that and let people look in over your shoulder and watch the entire thing? So they, my question for you is how would you guys like to watch them build and launch their next Fortune 500 software company? I would love to be a fly on that wall. The new project is called Shopper Approved Local, and they're just starting it from scratch right now. They've got the logo design, that's it. They're gonna be starting from scratch, going through the entire process. How many of you guys want to see that whole thing? Okay. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yes, I want you guys to watch this whole process in action, because when you see it, and you go through the whole thing, then you're like, oh my gosh, that really is pretty simple. And so you have a chance every single week to watch over the shoulder as they are doing this and watch them build Shopper Approved Local as they build it. Watch where they got the programmers, where they hired the designers, where they did it, how they did the beta launch. Every single thing, it'll be like an open book for you to watch a software company launch, and then you just kind of follow in the process, okay? This is my favorite type of coaching. I call it over-the-shoulder coaching, because you're really watching in as they do what you were trying to do. And a lot of times when someone has a training course, they forget some of the pieces because they're trying to remember how it all works. This will force them to give you every single step, because you're gonna have a chance to watch it as they are doing it, which is super, super excited, as Adam Sandler's telling us right here. So next question I'm watching in the chats, and there's a whole bunch of really good questions coming through. One of the big ones is how do I know my software idea is gonna be a 0 or a hero? Okay, that's a really good question. So what we put together is we put together a Facebook group, but the goal of this Facebook group we're calling a software incubator. So what happens is you come in here, you can chat with all the other Software Secrets members, but then what we want you to do is when you have the idea, we have kind of a process you're going to fill out. You're going to submit it into the entire group, say, this is my idea, and you're going to submit it there for everybody to see, and then everyone has a chance to come to the bank. What if you did this or change this or tweak this? Garrett will be in there, Scott will be in there, I'll be in there, and we'll all be able to give feedback no, that software actually sucks, or this one's amazing, or wait, if you add this twist to it, then I would actually buy that. And you have all of us coaching you as a collective group to make sure your software idea is right the first time. So the software incubator is huge. And that's the first part of it, which is exciting. How many of you guys want to be part of our secret incubator? That's pretty cool, right? But then the second half is even more exciting, I think, at least as exciting. The other thing is that once a quarter, we're going to have you guys a chance to pitch your idea to the real sharks. So what's going to happen is once a quarter or so, Garrett and Scott are going to be bringing either me or Armand or Stu or Dave Fry or just our friends who have been doing this for a decade or so, and come and you have a chance. We're going to take 3 or 4 of the best software ideas, and you have a chance to present it and pitch it to us, okay? And if we love it, a couple of things will happen. If we're that's an awesome idea, we'll then coach you for free on the spot, this is what to do and how to do it, okay? Now, all Software Secrets members have a chance to watch in on this live coaching, which is cool. But if you've got one of the best ideas, we'll actually coach you through it. Or, number 2, if we really like the idea, we may actually finance it for you or partner. So you're I don't have any money for this idea, but I think it's great. And if I'm dang, that idea is great, I will put up the 50 grand to code it, or the 20 grand or 10 or whatever the number is, if it makes sense, and I'll partner with you on it. And a lot of times we'll push it through our channels. Who knows what'll happen? But that's kind of the other thing, is that you have a chance to pitch your ideas to the real sharks. And Stu looks great in a dress, don't you guys think? And Armin's little curls coming out. Anyway, so there you go. All right, so here's what recap. We're gonna get the 6-month access to Software Funnels for free, so you can build all your entire software company, the Software Secrets Masterclass, the over-the-shoulder live coaching, and the Software Incubator, total value $10,488. So this is where we are right now, you guys. You have the idea. You are the smartest man or woman alive, right? You got the idea. Then what's the process? Okay, I'm gonna make sure you guys are taking notes. You got the amazing idea. We've helped you get that. Here's the process. Step number 1. What do you do?
Doodle.
Step number 2.
Wireframe.
Step number 3.
UI designer.
Step number 4.
Give it to the geniuses.
Give the geniuses. Now, I see my chat blowing up this entire time. The number one question you guys are all saying is like, but Russ, I don't have any UI guys or any geniuses. I guess I can't build software now. And I wish we had like a little baby I could actually pinch to make him cry right now. Because that's how some of you guys sound. Okay, so don't worry. If you don't have a software programmer or anything like that, and you're like, I don't know where to find him, I don't trust him, I'm nervous, all those kind of things. This bonus is going to help you guys because we want to make sure you're successful, obviously. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to give you guys access to the same UI designers and the same geniuses who built all of these guys' software. How many of you guys would love to have access to their programmers and they're the same dudes who are sitting in this room with these guys, have them actually code your software and design your software? Yeah? Okay, all right, everyone wants that, okay? Is it okay if you over-deliver? So not only do you have all the training and the software and the tools and the over-the-shoulder coaching and the chance to pitch your ideas in a think tank and all sorts of stuff like that, you also have access to the same UI designers and the same programmers and geniuses that build their software, okay? Now, some of you guys use theirs. If you don't want to use theirs, that's fine as well. We'll show you other places you can hire really good programmers and talents. But one thing nice about this is you're plugging into a team that already understands our world. They already know how to use software funnels. They're used to logging in and seeing the doodles and seeing the wire and all that kind of stuff. So you can plug in the same team that's building their software. In fact, a couple new programs we're building, I'm putting through this exact same team as well. Okay, so you have access to their UI designers and their geniuses. I'd recommend though getting in the software fast and sketch out your stuff quick and get them on board because my guess is they're going to get a lot of people here who are going to want to start working with them. So the faster you start using the software, getting your wireframes done, the faster these guys can start building your dream and making it a reality. Okay, so access granted to the same programming design teams that Garrett and Scott use as well. Okay, so one last recap: we're gonna get 6-month account to software funnels, software secrets masterclass, over the shoulder training, software incubator, access to programmers, designers. So you got no more excuses not be successful. But I just see one popping in the chat box. Okay, and I see it. So my question is like, what else do you need to be successful? You got the software. You got the software that builds the entire thing. You got the training that shows you how to do it step by step. You've got the team that's going to actually build it. You got the team that's going to design it. You've got like an entire think tank of other software developers who are going to give you feedback on your ideas, make sure ideas. Like, what else do you guys need to be successful? Make sure there's no failures at all. Okay, the last thing that you need is you got to know how to actually roll out your software, how to launch it, right? And some of you guys know less about ClickFunnels. Went from 0 to $100 million in 3 years, which is really, really cool. But what a lot of people don't know is that it didn't go right the first time, or the second time, or the third time, or the fourth time, or the fifth time. But it did the 6th time. It took me 6 funnels before we got it to work. And here's a couple. I was finding some old pages. Some of these worked, some of these didn't work. And what's interesting is when all said and done, 3 years of data, we got us from 0 to $100 million. It's interesting. There are actually 3 software funnels that we built. I'm guessing is that you've seen one of them. There's 2 that you probably haven't seen. These are the 3 funnels I think every SaaS company needs to have because they do 90% of the heavy lifting. Okay, and like I said, we took us a 6 try, we got our funnel right. I'm just going to show you guys what those are. And so at the end of this thing, after you built it out, we're going to do a bunch of trainings showing you guys exactly what the funnel is, how it works. And it's going to be really, really cool. The other thing on top of that, we didn't even mention the slides here, but Garrett and Scott built their entire company without a funnel, without Facebook ads. Like I know in the training, they also show how they did it. And so there's another avenue as well. So like this is something that even if you're not good at ads and techie stuff and you're nervous, like you don't have to be. There's different ways to build software companies. But I'm gonna show you guys the 3 software funnels we did. I'm gonna walk you through it. I'll give you the share funnel link so you can just use them, and I'll walk you guys through the intricacies. Okay, there's one split test we did that changed it from like a failing company to literally we did $10 million after we made that one shift. Like it's so small and everyone I talk to misses it. And so I'm gonna show you guys that and we'll give you the share funnel link for it as well. So you can get all the stuff, the software funnel, software secrets masterclass, live coaching, the incubator, the programmers, designers, the SaaS funnels, everything you guys need to be successful. Total value $15,482. Now, obviously we're not gonna charge you guys $15,482, but I have a question for you. Is $15,482 a lot? Now, if all this did was get your software live, would it be worth that? Okay, so I was doing some of the math last night. I was putting it into the calculator. Okay, let's say that you signed up 30 people a month. Okay, so that's 1 person a day. So let's say you quit your job or whatever you got going on. You spend 8 hours a day instead of working for somebody else or instead of doing stupid projects, don't matter. You focus on getting 1 person a day to sign up for software. So 1 person a day, which is pretty easy, an 8-hour day. So over 30 days, you got 30 people in your membership program. And you do that. At the end of this whole thing, when it's all done, you're at the spot where you made $117,000 in this year and you got $18,000 a month recurring income stream. Is that insane? That's if you just get 1 person in. Now, say some of you guys are ambitious, like, well, Russell, I think I can get 2 people a day to sign up. I'm going to work, 2.5 hours instead of just the hour. And you're ambitious. Like, so 2 people a day, suddenly your income is, during that same 12-month period of time, you're at $234,000 in sales, and your monthly recurring income is $36,000 a month. Okay, that's about twice what I personally live on right now. So if you can't make your life work at that point, like you got some sort of spending issues or something, okay? So that's number 2. Or some of you guys are gonna be like super like aggressive and you're like, I wanna change the world. And so let's say you go and then you just sign up 10 people a day. You build a team, you drive traffic, you do that kind of thing. 10 people a day, within 12 months, you're a millionaire. And your monthly recurring is $180,000. And you get one of these trophies here that we mail out to you and put one in here on the wall in our office. Do you guys get this? Like, you don't have to have 50,000 members like ClickFunnels to change your life. It's not 10 people a day, and you're a millionaire in 12 months. Like, it's crazy when you start looking at it that way, okay? So the other thing I want to point is that this is a lot less than what you spend at one of those things that doesn't actually make you any money at all. I think they call them degrees. Like, I was looking at this thing. Stanford University charges you $37,000 a year to get a degree. The best case scenario, your average starting salary is $67,000 a year, okay? So after 5 years of tuition, you're at $189,000 to get a job that pays you $67,000 a year. Like, that's insane. Princeton's no better. You got Harvard, Cornell, like, so $15,482 is a lot less than any of these investments, and at the end of the day, it gives you something that's actually worthwhile as opposed to just a piece of paper that doesn't really do anything, okay? Now, the good news for all you guys is we're not going to charge you the $189,000 that Stanford would steal from you, which is good news. Second thing, we're not going to charge you $38,975 that Duke wants you for just 1/5 of your education, okay? And we're not going to charge you the $25,000 my Inner Circle members had to pay to learn this exact same process to get their software created and launched. What we're going to do, we're going to give you a huge discount, a 91.2% discount off what the Inner Circle members had to pay. That means you can get access to, that guy just peed his pants again. Oh crap, 2.1% discount, which means you get access to everything we talked about here, you guys, for just one payment of $19.97. Now, the way to get started right now is open up a new browser window. So open Chrome or Firefox, whatever, go to softwaresecrets.com/go. If you take them to the sign up page, you can get access to everything we talked about here. Okay? Now, a couple things. I want to ask you guys this because some of you guys are like, Russell, $2,000 is a lot of money. And so I want to bring this back to what we talked about earlier. So how many members will you need to be able to get this entire package for free? So I was like thinking last night, how many members would actually take them? And I was like, well, what's the, like, if they pay $2,000 and it goes on a credit card, so Visa, MasterCard finance, like, what's the minimum monthly payment? So I Googled that, and I found this article by MarketWatch, which is like a legit financing site, I think. And the question was, how long does it take to pay a $2,000 credit card down with the minimum payments? And you scroll down, check it out. The minimum monthly payment on a $2,000 credit card is just $10 per month. $10 per month. So you go, you put this on your credit card, and you pay $10 a month minimum monthly payment. Okay, does that make sense? Like, that's 1/5 of one member. Does that make sense? Like, you only have to get a single member to cover this entire thing. So you launch your software, you get 1/5 of one member, and you have access to the software for free for the rest of your life. You guys getting this? Okay. And I put this picture because I was thinking about, I was trying to find an image where I could cut a person into like 1/5, and it was just really creepy. And then I was like, you know what? Lady, you're scaring us. So there we go. All right. Like, literally, guys, your first member will make everything you invest today free for the rest of your life. Okay. So if you don't think you have an idea that you can get at least one member to sign up for, you definitely shouldn't do this. But if you're like, man, I think my mom at least would sign up for this, then it's free. Okay. And if your mom and your sister and a couple of people you know, like this will pay for itself the second your first product is live. Okay. So now you got two choices, you guys. Choice number one is don't create your software and walk away from the residual income and the life that you deserve, which is a horrible option. You've been sitting here for the last 90 minutes with me. You're excited about software. You're freaking out like I am. Like, you know you need to do this. So that's the first option. You just walk away and you kind of forget about this whole experience, which my guess is for a lot of you guys, you won't be able to. Tonight you'll be sitting in your bed thinking about, man, like what could I create? Like, what should I create? Like, what, man, if I just focused on this, if I put all these other things out of my mind and I focused on like creating a software that was residual, that could change somebody's life, that would then change my life, like what would that be? What would it look like? And you get out a pad of paper and you start sketching it, and then you're like, I got to get this. I need to doodle. I need to start the process. Okay, so that's your first option. Second option is have faith in your dreams, you guys. Like, dreams aren't something we just like make up, like come out. Like, I believe those are given to us. So have faith in your dreams and just take the first step now. Just start moving forward and let's create your first software product together. Now, cool thing in our company, we got a philosophy that if we can't make you money, then we don't deserve yours. I've been doing this game now for almost 15 years. A lot of you guys have been customers for a long time, and you know we stand by that, okay? If you go through this program and you try to use it and you don't make money, let us know. It means we didn't do our job and we'll give you your money back, okay? So we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Basically, it means you sign up today, and if you don't like it for any reason, I don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes from right now, just let us know. We'll give you your money completely back. But don't make that decision today. All you gotta make today is like, do I think I got a cool software idea? If so, you need to take that leap of faith. Step into that, go and start creating it, and let's see what happens. Okay? I promise you guys, if you do that, if you go all in, if you go in, you start playing with the software, you go through the training, you get involved, get in the group and start sharing your ideas, like your life will change. Okay, but don't make, like, I know I can tell you that, and I know that I believe it, I know that I've seen it. I've seen it happening to all the Inner Circle members who are launching their software. Like, it's so cool. So I know it's there, and I can lead you to the thing, but you've got to go and drink. So my suggestion is, like, just go take that drink of water, and then if you hate it, let me know. We'll give you your money. I don't need your money. We're completely fine over here. Okay, they're in the Inc. 500 money. Like, to be in the Inc. 500 with your software, like, you have to make a crap ton of money. I want you to understand that. 50,000 members in ClickFunnels. Like, this is not about me. I do not need your money. This is about me changing your life. I'm taking you here. I'm trying everything I can to shove you in the water. Just take a drink. And if you don't like it, spit it out. I'll give you your money back. I don't need it. This is not about us. This is about you and changing your life. And the only way for you to do it is to take that leap of faith and go to softwaresecrets.com/go and get started. And again, if you don't like the water after you drink, let us know. We'll give you your money back. We don't need it. This is about you. Okay? So here's what we're going to get. Again, the 6-month account to Software Funnels for free. You get the Software Secrets Masterclass, over-the-shoulder live coaching, the Software Incubator, access to our programmers, our designers. Yes, this is the same team that literally built all of Scott and Garrett's companies. You have the 3 secret SaaS funnels, and we'll show you how to launch them the very first time. Total value $15,482. And now we have some fast action bonuses because I like people who move fast. Okay? So here's the fast action bonus of those who sign up for the deadline. Number 1. I told you guys before that inside of your account, you can create up to 100 wireframes, manage 20 products, have 20 user accounts, and a whole bunch more. What we are going to do is we're going to take the shackles off of your account. We're going to give you the unlimited account, which means you can literally tonight sketch up an infinite amount of wireframes and doodles, and you won't be charged anything. You can make an infinite amount of projects. You can have all of you can hire the entire country of India or Philippines, Romania, plug them in your user accounts. I don't even care. You'll have unlimited user accounts and a whole bunch more, but you have the unlimited account. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, like I got my account a couple months ago. I've been doodling out so many ideas, and I don't want you guys to be limited. I want you guys to have the creative juices flowing. I want you guys wireframing stuff tonight and tomorrow and the next day. And you don't know which project's going to be the big winner, but start sketching, start doodling, start wireframing, and then it's going to come to you. Okay. And when it comes to you, when it hits, then you can go and create it. And that's what's going to be really, really exciting for you, okay? The next fast action bonus for the top 20 people, not top 20, the first 20 people who sign up right now, and we've got people already signing up. So it may already be gone. I'm not sure yet. We are in our Stripe account. We can see who comes in first, second, third, like that. The top 20 people, we're going to give you a guaranteed seat to come and pitch the very first Shark Tank, which is happening soon. That means you need to get signed up right now. Go to softwaresecrets.com/go. Go in there, start playing, start wireframing, start trying to figure out, like, what's the best idea I can pitch to Russell and to Garrett and to Scott and to all these people. And we're going to bring them together. And in the next probably 30 days or so, we're going to do our first Shark Tank. And you have a chance to actually pitch us your thing. And then one of 3 things is going to happen. Number 1, we're going to consult you for free on how to make your thing better. Okay, what's that worth? Like pretty much infinite money. So there's infinite money bonus. Number 2, if it's like a really good idea, I'm like, dang, I want that idea. I will write you a check and give you money, and then we'll partner on the thing, okay? So one of those 2 options will happen. Number 3, maybe we'll scholarship you if it's the right thing. Anyway, there's a lot of different things, but like it's gonna be really, really fun. Okay, and so the first 20 people who sign up today, we have you on a list, and you'll be invited to be there. So that means you guys go, like, you're the action takers. Go do that. Log in the software, start doodling, and come up with your best idea. Because the next 30 days, we're doing the first Shark Tank, Think Tank, whatever we call it. I don't even know. I'm just hoping Stu shows up in his dress. And if we do that, then you guys have a chance to come and pitch it. And like I said, it'll be life changing for you. That's for the first 20 people and the first 20 people only. So you've got to go right now. Go to softwaresecrets.com/go, and then you'll be here in front of a panel. You have a chance to see Armin with his golden locks and everything else, which will be a lot of fun. Okay. So here's what's gonna happen right now. You are gonna go to softwaresecrets.com/go. Some of you guys are clicking on the screen. I know it happens every single time. You can't click on my screen. Go and open up Firefox or Chrome or whatever. Open up a brand new browser window. In the top, type in www.softwaresecrets.com/go. When you go there, you're going to go to a page like this. On the top of the page, it's going to recap the special offer. I told you to like 12 times. You should know, but if not, there's everything you're going to get. There's pictures of it. There's an arrow flashing down. Then you will come to this page right here, and you will fill in your first name, your last name, your email address. You will put in your credit card. We will bill you the $19.97, and then you have access to everything we talked about today. You have a chance to log in there, start doodling, start having fun. But now is the time you have got to go and have some fun. And so that is it, you guys. So the last recap, again, is you get started today for just one payment, $19.97. What you're going to get one more time, you get the 6-month account, Software Funnels for free, the Software Secrets Masterclass, over-the-shoulder live coaching, the Software Incubator, access to our programmers, designers, the 3 secret SaaS funnels, total value $15,482. You guys get all for one payment, $19.97 today. Woo! And you got to do that by going to softwaresecrets.com/go, and that is the game plan. Now, we're going to open up for Q&A here in a few seconds, so you guys have questions. We got a whole bunch of them coming through. But if you have questions that's keeping you on the fence, you're like, should I do it? Should I not do it? submit the questions here. We're going to kind of go through those with you guys here in a second. But the biggest thing I want you guys to understand is the opportunities come and go. Right now, we're opening this up. It's going to be open through the weekend, and then we're closing it down. And just like we opened the first time for my inner circle, the first beta, and we literally had, I think, 4 days it was open, and we closed it down. And since then, a bunch of my inner circle members have been like begging us, like, let us in, let us in. And we kept like, no, like, we have to work with this group of people. So right now, this is our second beta group we're taking through this program. Right now, it's open. By the time this weekend's out, it'll be closed, and I'm not sure when we're going to open again. My guess is it might be January, it might be March, it's going to be in the future. But if you like next week, like, I want to do this, Russell, like, it's not possible. Like, we're not opening it up. This is not some false scarcity. Like, we want to bring this group in together and work with you guys together to get your software created. Okay. The reason why is on the next webinar. This webinar we showed 2 of our inner circle members some of their success stories. I want to show yours in there. Okay, so we're working with the beta group, having success, and getting your software launched. Excuse me, and then that way we can share that next time we reopen this. So this is kind of a really limited time offer. Okay, it's not something that's going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be, it's the offers now, and then it's going to be gone soon. So now is the time to go. Go to softwaresecrets.com/go. And again, if you have any questions, submit them in the side here. And I'm gonna take a drink of water, and then we got a whole bunch of questions coming through here. So first off, Scott and Gary, anything you guys want to say before we open up the Q&A?
No, we are so excited for this, and this Monday, literally, we're opening up the doors to the masterclass and also the over the shoulder. I mean, next week we're going to start building Shopper Approved Local. So we want you there. We want you there watching us do it live. And
I'm hoping they mess up, and I want you guys to tease them when they do. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So we do have some questions coming in, and one of the biggest questions we have coming in right now is how much will development cost? And let's go back to when Russell first talked about ZipBrander. I mean, he built ZipBrander for $20 and he gave the guy a $100 bonus. So $20 he had this built. Look at the how quick we designed out the squirrel nut thing. Like that was quick. We could go probably get that developed for a couple $100 because it was so simple.
It basically, like, again, I kind of talked before. Don't come in this and be like, I'm gonna build my ClickFunnels in my industry and start it, because ClickFunnels was really, really, really expensive. Like insane. Like, don't try to be like, come in like, what's my ZipBrander? What's my squirrel nuts? What's my whatever? Because most good ideas you can, especially like heat mapping software, right? Like we kind of showed that as an example. Like my guess is you could build good heat mapping software for under $500. Probably less than that if you found the right person.
Actually, that's one of the software companies that we had.
Yeah, and
in the past.
We built it for literally probably $600.
So and then it all depends on the complexity. So like if you're building something more complex, it's more expensive. But like, don't start with the complex stuff. Like, start with the minimum viable product. Figure out like a really cool thing to do, and like start simple just to build your first thing. Like the biggest thing I found is like the confidence of doing it once is the key. Like as soon as you build your very first, like when I built ZipBrander after that, I was like, oh my gosh, I can build software. And I did the next one, the next one, the next one. ZipBrander cost, I think Forum Fortunes was like, I think it's about $200 on that one. Article Spider, I think I spent $80 on that one. And then I look at all the things like, so on the low end, you're looking at, under $100, on the high end, millions. So it's kind of a big range there.
So this morning, I had an idea that I think we could build for a couple $1,000s. Then in the competition, I looked it up. They're charging $300 to $500 a month.
Scott has 100
and Garrett
ideas
told
a
me
day.
no.
I had to tell him no.
I'll sell that idea to you guys.
Yeah.
But I just a lot of times too. When I first started developing software, the big reason why is I look at that. I would see something I wanted, and I was like, oh, but it doesn't do this feature, it doesn't do this. And I was like, and then it's $100 a month for their software. I was like, man, or I could spend $1,000, create it myself, add the features I actually want, and I sell it. Now, I'm sure you guys read Rich Dad Poor Dad. All my kids read, my twins reading Rich Dad Poor Dad right now. Like, it shifts from being a liability when you're buying someone else's thing, to becomes an asset when it's your own. And now it starts like you spend $1,000, but that first 10 months it's free. It's for yourself, and then now you start selling it, and it's awesome.
And we do that all the time.
Yeah.
We'll build software that we need.
Just to save I need this specific feature. I know we launched ClickFunnels initially, was for us, and as we were doing it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is actually
Everybody
really
needs
good.
it. Everybody needs this.
We need to change the UI a little bit to make this so that everyone can use it. So so that's the big thing. I would say if I was you guys, I would start like for your first project, like budget $500 and just say, okay, I'm gonna spend $500 on this, and we're gonna build something small, and just build something that scratches an itch in one of your industries, and just try that. And then if that works, then you can roll up the next thing. Or the other thing is like, maybe you have a vision of like this cool thing could be big. There could be a lot of different things, but build like one piece of it
Yeah.
and launch that way, and then you can keep iterating, keep adding to
And
it.
that's what we teach. We teach in the training, and we'll walk you through of how to build that MVP or that minimum viable product. Just the most simple things, so you can get it to market quick, start making money, and spend a couple $500 maybe.
And we also teach some other cool secrets like open source software, which is a huge thing. That's one of the ways that we were able to build software funnels so fast.
Yeah.
And all of these enterprise level software, you don't have to start from scratch. There's crazy people out there that just go and build a clone of a major software product for free.
Yeah.
So there's tons of cool secrets and tips that we teach you guys that just slash the learning curve by 90%.
Yep. So another question that we're getting in is, who owns the software after I build it? Well, you own it. We're just providing the tools. We're providing the tools. We're providing the software funnels to help you build it, the education, so that you can build it. We don't own it. You own the software. It's yours, 100%.
Very cool. One question says, what's the cost after 6 months? So again, Software Funnels will give you guys the unlimited account. So for 6 months, you have unlimited access. What that means, you have unlimited projects, unlimited users, so you can have your whole team. If you stay at that level in 6 months, it's $297 a month at that level. But if you're in there and you're like, I only have 2 team members in there, you can downgrade in the future, and it's totally cool. Like I said, the account starts as low as $20 a month up to $300 a month. So don't stress about that now. Worry about that in 6 months from now. You get the unlimited account for the next 6 months.
Okay, so another big question is, can I build mobile apps or like iPhone, Android apps, or Chrome apps? Yes. It's the same process. Like, doodle it, wireframe it, get it to the designer, and send it to the geniuses. It's the same process, and there's tons of money in apps. There's tons of money in Chrome apps, Shopify apps, and then what is that? The difference between SaaS? Well, SaaS is just software as a service. Is taking something like that was the great idea of going and looking at all the top iPhone apps out there and create a web version of that, which is a SaaS product, a software as a service, and just start charging monthly for it. So mobile apps, iPhone apps, Android apps, the same process.
Very cool. Someone asked a question about other languages. Like I think it's probably programming languages. So my
Yeah.
guess is, like look at like ClickFunnels is built on Ruby on Rails. You guys have mostly PHP.
Yeah, so
isn't it?
these programmers that you will get access to, they can find any programmer, whether it's Ruby on Rails, Java, JavaScript, PHP is the one we develop in the most. So all
iPhone
those
apps,
Android
Android apps, Chrome apps, Shopify apps. Yeah, like you basically project them, and they either find the right programmer developer for you that works there, or they go recruit that person and bring him in for you as well.
Exactly. How to market it? Well, that was one of the 3 secret SaaS funnels. That's one of the items that you get.
Yep, I will be walking us through how we launched ClickFunnels and how you guys can do as well. Plus, in the training, there's a lot of stuff about how they built their software. Like, there's tons. Do not worry about that. Worry about
You gotta build it.
build it, and then we'll cover it. Everyone always wants to like talk about what's happening in 5 years from now. Like, let's just build the software, and the second that's done, you'll be like, the software's done. You look up and like, oh, Russell's doing the training right now on how to market it. So we'll take care of that. We're here to make sure you guys' software is successful.
You can't
So
market or
stress out.
sell anything that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Still pay devs after the 1997. Yes, we're just giving you access to the agencies that we use for the designers. You've got to pay them. However, we've negotiated with these agencies a super low wholesale rate that you'll get access to, which is super,
It's the same rates that we pay.
we've negotiated with them.
Yeah, they tried to basically give us like a commission, and we're like, how about don't give us a commission and give everyone the cheapest thing to buy possible. So, okay, so just kind of re-emphasize, do you still pay developers after you pay the installment? Yes, the payment page for the software and the trading, all this kind of stuff. Then there's humans on the side. You pay them to actually do the stuff. So yes. Deadline to purchase. So right now this is open. The fast action bonuses are going really, really quick. So I want to make sure you guys, if you're thinking about like go right now, softwaresecrets.com/go. We'll be closing it down this weekend. I'm not sure exactly when that'll be yet. It'll probably be either Saturday or Sunday. We'll be closing this down, and then we won't be reopening the beta until this beta group's over. So it could be, again, it might be 3 or 4 months from now. It might be later. So,
Can you point to examples
examples? Okay, so more examples of software. Okay, so how many of you guys have an iPhone on you? Grab your iPhone out, pull it out of your pocket. So if you want to see examples of software, open up the App Store. Every app in there is a software program. Okay. Now I'm not, and some of you guys may want to do software apps or phone apps, but I would look at all those and be like, hey, they have them all categorized. Like we've got productivity tools. We've got weight loss tools. We've got all sorts of things. Look in there and find ones that are awesome. Like, wow, here's some really cool ideas. This is the number one ranked one right now in the Apple iTunes store for productivity tools. Like, maybe I should take that tool and make a web-based app out of it. Okay, there's billions of them. Go to the Shopify App Store. Inside the Shopify App Store, you see here's all the people that are building apps to work with Shopify. And then it's there's 1,000 ideas, and look at all those. And what can I make? Go to Google and type in your industry. Let's say you're in hair salons or something, hair salon software, and see what comes up. It just takes you guys doing a little bit of research and doing your homework a little bit, but they're there. And if you can't figure it out, get in the program, get in the Facebook incubator group. Hey guys, I'm in this industry. What would you do? If you could throw any market, any business at me, and I can in 5 minutes think of here's a cool software you could do in that business. Yeah. There's one for every single thing you can think of.
And once you start thinking about it, the ideas just start flowing. I read an article, remember a couple of weeks ago, about this scientific research that had been done on ways to exercise in 1 minute. You'd exercise for 1 minute as hard as you could, and then you'd take a break for 2 minutes, and then you'd exercise for a minute. And it took literally 10 minutes to exercise every day. And I'm like, dude,
Scott, he had already built it out in his mind.
We've got to build software that tracks this. You just build a timer, right?
Yeah.
And this is going to change the way people exercise.
Yeah.
And Garrett told me no.
The problem you will find is not, I don't have an idea. The problem will be I have so many ideas, I don't know what to do first. And that's a better problem to have, which is another reason why you need to be in the program, because you can come into the group and be hey, I got 5 ideas, guys. Which one do you guys think is the best? And be those 2 are good, but man, they're going to be a lot of money. Start with this one here. That's the right one to start with, or whatever that thing might be. And that way, you start the right thing. You don't waste a ton of time, energy, and money.
Some of the best software that we've built and that most people built, and ClickFunnels, for example, is something that you need yourself.
Yeah.
It's
scratch your own
itch. Yeah. Exactly. All right.
Do you pay the programmers through the software? Is one of the questions here.
No, that'll be once you get access to the agencies, you'll work directly with them, and they will send you invoices, and you pay them that way.
Yeah, and they said the agency we use, they know how to use the software. They'll log in and be able to do all the project management with you and all those kind of things as well.
One of the awesome things too is because you're using the same programmers and designers that we use, they already know how to use software funnels. They know how to set up all the servers and everything the right way.
They actually built the software.
Yeah, so they build in all of the version control, all of the foundational software that you need to protect your software, and so that you can scale it.
Yeah. So the other question is, do I have to use the programmers or designers that you use? No. You can go out and find. We actually have in that same area where you'd reach out to this agency, tons of other agencies that you can go to, other avenues that you can go to, and maybe you already have a programmer, use them. Maybe you already have a designer, use them. So you don't have to. This is just a tool.
Yep. In fact, one of my programmers has been with me for I think 13 years, and he's Doral in Romania. He's got an account now, and I used to work with him through Skype, and things get dropped all the time, and now he's in there working on his projects. Even if you're not building software, you can plug in use your project manager for the entire rest of your company in there as well, doodling out what you need to be done, and it's really, really cool.
Another question: I'm a programmer. Will Software Secrets help me? Well, not only Software Secrets, Software Funnels definitely will, because it gives you all the tools you need to manage as a programmer. But it'll also help you if you're a programmer, or maybe you want to code it, and that's fine, because you can learn from us how to do it the right way and how to cut the development in half, how to cut the development costs in half. So that's really important.
Well, and they might be thinking, well, I'm not a project manager. How am I going to manage a team? We have one of the things we have in our training system is project management secrets. We teach you exactly what to do to manage a team, and you do it right inside of Software Funnels, and we teach you exactly how to do it, how we do it, to make our everything super effective.
So another question: how hard is it to import Trello into Software Funnels into the project tool? Super easy, maybe 2 minutes. You and we have a whole video that shows you how to do it. Basically, you just go into Trello, get a couple things from Trello, move the boards over. You can also map all the users. It's so simple and so cool. You can have all your Trello boards moved over within maybe 5 to 10 minutes. How does the mind maps work in Software Funnels? So explain mind maps to them, Scott, just quick.
So the way I look at it, it's kind of like a flow chart. So what we do, we have big whiteboards in our office back in Utah, and we just draw boxes right? We draw a box, and then we write something in it, and then we put an arrow, and that points to another box. It's basically just helping you to figure out the flow of how your software is going to work. And what pages?
All the pages you
what
need.
pages you need?
If
right?
somebody clicks here, where does it go? And then that's where you doodle those pages and then wireframe them and then go through that process.
It's super slick.
What if I don't know how to program? Big question. Neither do we.
It'll actually hurt you more than it'll help.
Yeah.
I just had a question over here. A lot of people are asking questions about like nervous about the hiring of programmers. Like, how much is it going to cost? Is it per project? Is it per hour? Is it like, and the reality is, like, first off, don't stress about that. That's what the whole training course is for. We will hold you by the hand and walk you down that path. Number two, it all depends. Sometimes you can have people do per project or per hour. Like, there's a ton of different ways to do it, and we walk you through how to do that. The biggest thing I want you guys to stress though is, like, when I first decided, after I built ZipBrander and we launched, and I was like, okay, I need to build software. I hired my first full-time programmer. His name was Doral. We talked about it earlier. He's in Software Funnels now. And I remember I messaged him. He's living in Romania, and I was like, hey man, how much would it cost to hire you full-time? And he was like, well, it'd be $100 a week. And I was like, oh, like I didn't have that. I was a college student, but I was like, $100 a week, that's $400 a month. I was like, but I have a full-time programmer who's like got a master's degree in programming for $400. I was like, I got to figure out how to do this. Now we did the math, like $400 a month, you have to have 8 members in your software, right? So it's like, okay, I got to pay $400 a month for the first 2 months to get this guy done. So now we're $800, have a full-time employee. Now the software's launched. I get the first 8 members. Now he's free for the next 15 years of his life. So yeah, like a lot of times we think about like American-based programmers are expensive, right? Like ClickFunnels, majority of our development team right now are in the States or in Canada, and they're expensive, like $150,000 to $250,000 a year. You go overseas though to like the Philippines, Romania, different countries like that, like it's not nearly as much. Like again, $100 a week for someone who was working 40 hours a week for me back then, and so it's like you can get so much done with so little, and so you don't have to stress about like this is going to be a huge investment. Again, like start your first project, like budget $500 for your first idea, and then like start, and it'll be simple. Again, don't stress about those ideas. Like in the Software Secrets training course, we will hold your hand and walk you step by step. You will see as Garrett and Scott hire the programmers. You'll see as they negotiate. You will see like, so you don't have to stress about that. Like that is why we didn't sell you software and walk away. That's why you have the training program. Inside, a lot of you guys, in fact, man, like we had almost 1,000 of you guys bought the book after you registered for this web class. Like that book will walk you through. In fact, hopefully you guys listened to the audiobook or read the ebook version of it. Like it walks you through. And if you haven't yet, it's in the members area. So go to softwaresecrets.com/go. It'll be in there. Like read the process. Like we're going to hold you by the hand. But what's cool about this is like, I don't know about you guys. How many of you guys went to college? I did, unfortunately. But it was really hard because like I had all these teachers teaching all this thing, and it was like, and it was extended for like 5 or 6 years, right? And the end of it, like there was no process. It was just kind of like, here's like we have a tangible result. You need to launch a software product so you can get residual income. So there's the result, and then you go through this program, and in 6 weeks, you've got the thing done, and then you've got the thing, and now you can go and start selling it and marketing. Like it's just like it compresses entire college education and entire learning system in a very short period of time. So all those questions you have now, don't stress about them. Like that is the point of the training. We will answer those questions. Right now, you just gotta be like, do I have an idea? If I don't have an idea, like, do I believe this group can give me the idea? Do I think I could listen to Garrett and Scott spout off like 5,000 ideas in the members area one day, maybe, and like take one of them? Like, yes, the ideas will there. They will be flowing in the members area. So don't stress about that. It's just like, do I want to do this? Like, is this my future? Do I want to build software? And for most of you guys, if you're like me or like Garrett or like Scott or like any entrepreneur, like this is something you need to have for all the reasons we listed earlier today. So all you need to do is take that leap of faith. And like I said, I can bring you to the water. You can drink. And if you go in there and you do it, you submit your first project, and you're like, oh, the guy wants $2 million to develop this. Like, I don't want to be a software developer. Like, let us know. Give your money back. Like, we don't need it. Again, this is about you guys. This is the tool, the training. You just got to trust us. Like, we will take you down this path. We've done it over and over and over and over again. They've done it 32 times, 33 times. Like, the process is perfect at this point. We're not guessing or hoping. We will lead you guys with absolute certainty on what steps to do in what order. So you just got to trust us. And if you trust us, if you trust me, if you trust these guys who have done it, we will not lead you astray. We will walk you step by step through the process. And when you're done, you'll have the success you want. Okay. So right now we're going to do some more Q&A, but real quick, I want to let you guys know, like, the fast action bonuses are going. Like, I want you guys to get in there as soon as possible. I want you guys to be able to pitch it to me. So right now you got to go to softwaresecrets.com/go. That is the link. That is the URL, www.softwaresecrets.com/go. When you go there, you will see a screen that looks like this. You'll see a recap of this amazing offer. You'll see the form. You put in your name, your email, you put in your credit card, you click the button, and instantly you have access to the training. You have access to the software, and you start playing and having fun. And like I said, you get access to all the cool stuff. You get 6 months of software funnels for free. That's all the project management. That's the wireframing, the doodling, the analytics, everything. There's so much stuff. Like, you guys are ones that you're like, I can't believe this literally replaces like 800 different products all in one. You get the Software Secrets Masterclass. You get the over-the-shoulder live coaching. You get the incubator where we can all hang out and discuss this stuff in intimate settings. You get access to the programmers, designers. You get the SaaS funnels that I'm going to be training you guys on, all that stuff and a whole bunch more when you guys get started today at softwaresecrets.com/go. But you got to go right now. www.softwaresecrets.com/go.
So another big question that we're getting, and we've answered it, but it keeps coming up, is how do I know my software idea is good? How do I know I have a good software idea? Well, we're going to help you with that, and that's what the Software Incubator is all about in the private Facebook group. You can enter your ideas in there, let the group help you validate it, and that's how it's going to work. And we're going to help you find that idea. The first web class that we're doing this Monday, literally, the whole web class is going to be about finding ideas and helping you determine whether or not your idea is good or not.
Right, and the second web class, we're actually going to gather your ideas from the first one, and we're going to talk about them. We're going to have a little mini incubator and talk about those ideas. You guys, this is so exciting for us to be able to do this. Another thing too about ideas, Garrett, I have shiny red ball syndrome, right?
Yeah.
So you know how I've said that Garrett tells me no? Well, it's actually easy for him to tell me no because we've built a 7-step process that we run every single idea through, because not all of our ideas have been home runs, right? Especially when we were younger. And so I kept coming to Garrett like, Garrett, dude, this is the best idea ever. We got to do it. And I'd pump him up and he'd get so excited about it. And then I would convince him. And then he would think it was the best idea. And then we would build it and then it would bomb.
Well, it's just, so what we've done is we've created those 7 criteria that you go to, and that's in the trainings area where you can look at our criteria that we use to help us validate. And also it'll help you know whether or not you should go forward with that specific idea. And so that's in the trainings area.
We learned from our mistakes, right?
Yep.
So every time we'd get better and better, we'd learn and learn and learn. We came up with these 7 criteria. And if an idea meets all those criteria, it's almost certain that it's going to be a home run. And so now, if I have crazy ideas like the one I had this morning, if it doesn't meet all those 7 criteria, and he says no, I already know that it's going to be a no. But I try to still convince him a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 more questions came in. Number 1, bunch of guys asking, am I in the top 20? What's happening? And then like, what do I get if I'm in the top 20? So let me recap that. I can go up real quick, I think. All right, so anyone who gets started, before the deadline, there we go, you get unlimited accounts. That means you have unlimited wireframes, projects, user accounts, etc. So that's the first thing you get before we close down. Number 2 is the fast action bonus. I don't think we're at the 20 people yet, so there's still some of those available. But also remember, on top of that, if the top 20 people don't have an idea they want to submit to us, then the next default's person number 21, 22, 23. So like, get in there as soon as possible so that you have access to be one of those people. And we're going to do this. We'll keep doing these things, so we want to make sure you guys have a chance to submit your ideas, but it's going to be tons of fun. So that's what the top 20 get. And then the other question is, when will cart reopen? So I want to be careful of this concept, okay? So there's a principle that one of my mentors talking about called the Manana principle. Tomorrow, like, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And it's interesting what happens to people that do the Manana principle. When tomorrow comes, they usually push it off till tomorrow again. And what happens is that turns in from days to weeks, weeks to months, months to years, and they never actually get where they're trying to go. And so when will it reopen? I don't know. Okay? I don't want you waiting for that for a couple reasons. Number 1 is last time we opened the original beta, the price has doubled since then. If and when we do reopen the cart, there's a really good chance the price will double again. Okay? The reason why is because it's insane how much money people are making with their softwares. Okay? Some of you guys have seen there's a big Amazon course that's been selling for a few years. I think it's $4,000. And they're killing it with that. They have for the last few years, right? It's twice what this is right now. Okay, the difference is that Amazon, you got to deal with all these other problems, all these other headaches. Yet that's the price. Like, we've contemplated, we probably likely when we do reopen, it'll be double the price. Okay, $4,000 is not that much when you look at what it actually creates and what it gives you. Okay, I don't know about you, I would pay $4,000 every day of the week to be able to have all the tools I need to launch a software program that's going to give me, recurring income of $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million a month or beyond. Like it's crazy. Okay, so I don't know. We're gonna reopen it. Don't wait. Don't be the person that says I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, because that person that says that, when tomorrow comes, they say the same thing, and it never actually happens. I want you guys to do this now, because now is the time. Okay, we're coming into the new year here soon. Like, get your project created so by the time it's done, when New Year's begins, you can have this thing you can launch and you can roll out, and next year can be the greatest year of your life. Okay, but you've got to take the action right now. We're almost wrapping up on time here, so I want to give you guys one more big push. Like, now is the time to get started. Go to softwaresecrets.com/go. Get everything signed up while you guys can today. Again, a recap what you're going to get: the 6-month account, software funnels for free. That gives you all of the tools you need to launch and create your software company. Number 2 is the Software Secrets Masterclass, where we'll literally be walking you hand in hand, step by step, to get your software launched. The over-the-shoulder coaching program, the software incubator, access to our programmers, our designers. We'll show you how to hire them, how to fire them, how much to pay them, how it all works. We'll take care of that all for you. We'll help you to get your very first project launched for under $500, which is awesome. We can give you the 3 secret SaaS funnels, everything you guys need to be successful. Total value $15,482. But now is the time, you guys, to make the choice. And the choice for you is to open up another browser window, go to softwaresecrets.com/go. And don't forget, we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you go through the program and you're like, this doesn't work for me, this is too stressful, I don't know what to do, and whatever that might be, let us know, and we're okay with that. We don't want or need your money. Like, we can give it back to you. We want you guys to create software, because that's how you're going to change the world. That's how you're going to be able to make more money for yourself, how you get residual income, become financially free, is through this process. Okay, it's what happened for me. I spent a decade of my life selling info products and supplements, all sorts of things, and I did well. But it wasn't until we launched software that I became financially free. Okay, and it's going to be the same thing for you guys as well. This is the future. This is where you need to be looking at next, and now is the time to take action and go. So right now is the time, you guys, go to softwaresecrets.com/go to get started and get signed up. Anything else you guys want to wrap up before we kind of end out today?
People are asking if there's a payment plan, and there is not. $2,000, this investment can literally change your lives and have that freedom, that financial freedom. And
the other thing, let me come back here though. Where's my slide at? The good thing is that Visa and MasterCard will finance this for you, and the minimum monthly payment after that is $10 a month. So if you need financing, Visa, MasterCard, American Express will finance it. I think Discover will also finance it as well. But that shouldn't be an option. Like, you guys, this is an investment in your future and in a company that you're building. So $2,000 is insanely low to begin with. So there you go.
Well, and we want to know that you're serious too. I mean, we want to work with people that are serious about their futures.
Yep. So I think those are. What do you think, guys? Are there any other questions coming through? We're good?
Cool.
Okay.
All right, guys. So now is the time, and the moment of reckoning is here. Now is the time, you guys, to get started. So one last time, your call to action. Go to softwaresecrets.com/go. Take the leap of faith. We've taken you to the water. I just need you guys to drink it, and I promise you guys it is amazing. If you don't like it, spit it out, give your money back. But if you do like it, this will change your life. Otherwise, we wouldn't have spent all the time and the energy putting this whole thing together. This has been over a year of Scott and Garrett's life, putting this program together for you, developing the software. I spent the last week killing myself, doing everything I know to convince you to buy this, because I know that this will change your life. Okay? It has changed my life. It has changed their life, and it will change your life, but only if you do something about it. So your action right now is to go to softwaresecrets.com/go, take a leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. So if it doesn't work, let us know. We'll give you money back. But if it does work, man, what will that do for you? What will that change? How many members do you have to get to replace what it is you're making right now? Is it 10 members? Is it 50 members? Is it 100? Like, how many members you need to get? Figure out that number. How many members you need at what dollar amount, and then reverse engineer that. And that's what we got to create. And then I would put blinders on and run towards that number as fast as you can, because when you've got it, then you're free. And that's the key, guys. So now is the time. Go to softwaresecrets.com/go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Thank you, Garrett and Scott, for hanging out this whole week in Boise. We appreciate you guys. We're excited to get started. And for all you guys, go start doodling. Now is the time. Log into your account. Go to softwaresecrets.com/go. Get started. Thanks, you guys. And we'll talk to everybody again soon. Bye, everybody.